matches and the RAF debut of the Wolf, Khamzat Chimaev. From inside Yepez Arena on the campus of St. Louis University, freestyle wrestling takes center stage in the Show Me States. It is time for real American freestyle. This is RAF 10 St. Louis. To kick off our night, our public address announcer, Mackenzie Mitchell.
Welcome to St. Louis, Missouri for real American Freestyle 10. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand and remove your caps for the singing of our national anthem by Alexis Wilkins. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free? In the home of the brave. God bless y'all. God bless America.
An amazing energy here in St. Louis. It's a packed house. The first of 11 matches on the card tonight. Arsen Haratunian, four-time gold medalist at the European Championships. Caleb Smith, an All-American for Mark Manning in the Big Red in Lincoln, Nebraska. Haratunian and Smith to kick off RAF 10.
Ladies and gentlemen, our first match is set for 3 periods in the Real American Freestyle Bantamweight division. Introducing first, all the way from Armenia, a reigning world bronze medalist, Arsen Haratunian.
Haratunian, two-time Olympian, four-time world medalist. He's on the RAF stage, making his RAF debut.
And his opponent from High Point, North Carolina, a two-time NCAA All-American at Nebraska, Keegan Smith.
Smith from High Point, North Carolina, a two-time All-American at Nebraska. He was 7th in 2025 after a 6th-place finish in 2024. This matchup is brought to you by Brio, the official water partner of RAF. Get clean, refreshing water and ice on demand. Use code RAF20 for 20% off at BrioWater.com. Shane Sparks, Juliana Pena, Chael Sonnen. This has a different energy tonight, Chael.
This place is packed. They put out an announcement. This is a record gate. Now, that's dollars in revenues, but every seat is taken. Hey, Caleb with the takedown. Hey, what's up with this Husker invasion, man? What has Mark Manning got going on out there?
How about Caleb Smith in the first 7 seconds gets a takedown. Great transition down to the ankles. He gets a lace. 2 and 2. Just like that. You guys can appreciate this being fighters. Hey, you always want to throw that big first punch. That was a Mike Tyson uppercut out of the gate.
Hey, I grabbed him yesterday. He was getting ready to cut some weight, said he had 3 pounds to go. I grabbed him, and I was just very candid with him. Hey, listen, you're a young guy. You're taking on a real veteran. This guy's coming over from Europe. He's won everything you can win. He said no. He said, I'm going to put an American style on him. I said, what do you mean by that? He said, pace. I'm going to give him the American pace.
And he meant it, blasting right through a brick wall with that double leg. Nicely done by Caleb Smith, who says he has aspirations of being an Olympian in 2028, and that's what his goal is. That's what he's after, and this is a great start.
Both two guys exchanging some shots. Good defense there to neutralize Haratunian with Smith's underhook. Another shot there from Smith. This time a great counterattack from Haratunian, and the 26-year-old Armenian takes that lead and cuts it in half. It's now 4-2.
Fair play. Now, Sparks, give me a little attention on this. This Husker invasion. I mean, right? They had 3 athletes on the last show. Now we got Caleb Smith, Brian Schneider, Mark Manning, really getting some love over here at Real American Freestyle.
They want to compete. What a great platform. We saw Rich Lubbock, Christopher Minto, and Antrell Taylor. Oh, look at that setup, and he's going to take Caleb Smith. Feet to back for 4. Action-packed first period. 10 points combined. These guys are showing up.
That's a big one. He set him on his butt there. There's an argument that it could be 2, but then Caleb exposed just enough to make that a feet to back 1 motion. 4 points is the right call. That's the kind of technique that breaks a match open, though. I'm not sure that our scoreboard is. Yes, it is.
It is right.
Everything is correct.
6-4. Haratunian with the lead. 25 seconds, first period. Real American Freestyle. 3 2-minute periods. Collar tie there from Haratunian. These guys wrestling ear to ear right on that RAF logo. Short time in the first. Caleb Smith got out to a 4-0 lead. 10 seconds in. Nice knee pick. Once again, he's hit it twice.
It's the second time he's done that. It's really a strength technique. You know, he's not really cutting an angle enough. I'm a little surprised Caleb went. There's a 2-point leg lace.
We saw Caleb Smith shot out of a cannon scoring 4 points, but short time scoring, Juliana, is so big in the final 5 seconds. Haratunian gets a takedown, works a leg lace, turns Smith with 2 seconds left to open things up. Here's that great transition.
Here's that takedown to the leg lace, and listen, Caleb needs to wash that round right out of his head, not let that get into his mindset for this next round. He's only down 2 points. He's got to stack them up 1 point at a time, and he's got to get it done here, especially if he wants that Olympic aspirations that he's talking about for 2028.
And if you are Caleb Smith, Chael, Haratunian hit that technique on you a couple of times. What adjustments do you make?
Well, that's what's really tough about it is he's really running him over like he's strengthening him. I've seen guys do this when they cut an angle. Haratunian didn't cut that angle. He kind of just muscled him over.
10 unanswered for Haratunian. 4-time world medalist. In 2025, he was world bronze, and in capturing that bronze medal, he beat Spencer Lee and Roman Bravo Young to get to that 3rd spot on the podium. He's no joke.
The score is right, but their colors on their singlets are wrong, so that's a little bit confusing for me. He was down more than 2 points. I apologize.
Guys are wrestling ear to ear once again and watching their feet below the knee. Not a whole lot of active footwork at the moment. Looking for an angle. Collar ties, pushing, pulling, trying to find that opening. Technical superiority ends the match with a 10-point lead. Things have slowed down here in this second period.
Yeah, you know, and that's so tactical. When you have those guys, those Eastern Bloc guys, they come over, they're the masters of the rope-a-dope. They start slowing things down to get you to relax, and then they explode into a technique like this.
Nice, that's 2 there.
Couple options. He can try to get that knee down, which it looks like he did.
Wow, that's it.
You're right where he was, Sparks.
Situation right there.
It's over.
Haratunian scoring on the edge and 14 unanswered. Technical superiority in his RAF debut. Arsen Harutyunyan, the two-time Olympian and four-time world medalist.
The match is over with 49 seconds remaining in round number 2. Your winner by technical fall, Arsen Harutyunyan. St. Louis, how we feeling? What about that first match? We need you to keep that energy all night long. Can you do it, St. Louis?
If you're new to wrestling or just
let
want
me
a
hear
pulse
ya.
refresher, scan the QR code for a quick RAF Rules 101 breakdown with Olympic wrestler Ben Askren and learn how the scoring works before the action starts. RAF, it's about looking good and feeling good. Wear what the athletes are wearing tonight and score some exclusive RAF 10 merchandise. Scan now to unlock 25% off your order. Act now. This is a limited time offer. What a great way to start the night. It is lit here in St. Louis. RAF 10, I'm Shane Sparks.
We
have 11 matchups tonight, 2 main events, and 2 RAF title matches. Austin DeSanto has been a wrecking ball. He'll wrestle Reineri Ortega for the men's Bantamweight championship. And how about Lucia, Yepez, El Tigre? She'll battle Kendra Ryan. It is now a pleasure to be joined by two-time former UFC champion Juliana Pena, and of course, it's the bad guy, the Division I All-American, the UFC Hall of Famer Chael Sonnen. What a great atmosphere. It doesn't get any better than this. We have 2 main events. Arman Tsarukyan, 5-0 in RAF. What are you looking forward to in watching that Armenian hammer?
Dare I say the face of real American freestyle, but we don't put on an event without inviting Arman Tsarukyan. He took a little shot at his veteran opponent, Tony Ferguson. Arman told the first time I saw you, I was in the 3rd grade. But they're going to settle things tonight under this banner.
And listen, Tony Ferguson is admittedly saying, none of you guys have seen my wrestling skills before. You haven't seen anything. It's been a secret. I am ready to unleash them here tonight at Real American Freestyle. He says, Arman, you are not the face of Real American Freestyle unless you beat Tony Ferguson here tonight.
And you better be careful around St. Louis, because this weekend there is a wolf on the loose. The RAF debut of Khamzat Chimaev. He gets Dillon. Danis, let's go, Chael.
Well, not to mention the foreshadowing. I mean, a lot of guys want to get their hands on Chimaev. I'll throw Bo Nichols' name out there. I saw Max McAnally sitting in the audience tonight like Chimaev has finally arrived. These rumors have been coming around. Dagestani wrestler won 2 national championships for the country of Sweden. They say he's as good as the Olympians. We're going to find out tonight.
Dillon Danis is not agreeing with any of that. He says, listen, you are completely underestimating me. He was able to take down Colby Covington, a Division I All-American, twice in his last show for Real American Freestyle. He says, tonight, I'm going to prove to you guys all that I'm the real deal, and I'm going to take out your guys' UFC superstar here at Real American Freestyle.
This is a great card tonight. We have an awesome lightweight matchup, and with more on that, once again, Abby Hornacek.
Yeah, that's right, Shane. You cannot forget about the wonderful matchup coming up between Aaron Pico and Lance Palmer. I talked to Aaron Pico yesterday. He said it means so much to him to return to his roots of wrestling. He just took his son to his first wrestling match and said, hey, I kind of forgot how much I loved this sport. So we have him going up against Lance Palmer. Lance Palmer, obviously a guy who wears many hats. He's training guys on the mat, also training himself. So You can expect that kind of intensity coming up on this matchup. I loved, by the way, what Juliana asked him. She said, hey, Lance, why don't you ever stop working? He said, hey, my brain just doesn't work that way. So that's what we can expect coming up. Shane, that and so much more. You got all the excitement here at RAF 10.
Jay, looking forward to hearing more from you throughout the night. We go from the bantamweights to the heavyweights. Younger Bastida, phenomenal career, a two-time All-American for the Cyclones at Iowa State. And Chimaev Sharipov, 2025 world bronze medalist, the 28-year-old born in Dagestan, Russia.
Ladies and gentlemen, our next match is in the Real American Freestyle Heavyweight Division. Introducing first from Trinidad, Cuba, a two-time All-American, Younger Bastida.
Younger Bastida, born in Trinidad, Cuba. Beginning of his career was all freestyle. U20 World Silver and a U23 World Bronze before heading to Ames. He is powerful.
And his opponent from Dagestan, Russia, a reigning world bronze medalist, Chimaev Sharipov.
And Chimaev Sharipov, 1-0 in RAF. He pinned Tony Cassiope at RAF 8 in Philly this past April. One of 8 wins by fall so far in the young history of Real American Freestyle. Was able to lock up a cradle on the former Hawkeye Tony Cassiope, and he registers the fall. Sharipov was victorious in Philly, and he's got a different challenge here tonight with younger Bastida making his RAF debut. This match is brought to you by Spartans.com, the official online gaming partner of Real American Freestyle. Scan now or go to Spartans.com to play. As I mentioned, Shale, being from Cuba, it was all freestyle in the early days for younger Bastida. Goes to Iowa State, really solid career, two-time All-American. I am really looking forward to watching him in freestyle, the original style in which he fell in love with the sport.
Dare I say, possibly the biggest upset of the NCAA tournament was when Yonder went down ultimately in the finals. But yes, he's like Brer Rabbit. He's born and raised in the Briar Patch. He wants to do freestyle. Hey, he's got a tough draw tonight. Sharipov is not to be taken lightly.
And I remember he did take a fall at the NCAA finals, but when I first saw his first showing against AJ Ferrari, I was like, who is this big brother coming in and snapping the back of AJ? I was shocked. I was like, this is a grown man. He's a big boy, and he can move.
I don't know that things have quite settled between Mr. Fast Twitch and Batista. Maybe that's a match for the future we might be seeing out here on the RAF mat.
AJ's got a little bit of healing to do, but I guarantee you he wants his lick back.
And how big is this Sharipov, by the way? I mean, he looks like the bigger of the two men, and Batista's a monster.
No, I agree. Both of these gentlemen are pretty big.
Sharipov is deceptively strong. If you'll recall what he did with Cassiope, but he caught him when he was dry, but he put that cradle on. He turned him right over. It's one of these things where not very many men can do that to Cassiope. Sharipov did it.
So now we are going to have shot clock. Sharipov on the shot clock. So he's got 30 seconds to score. If he does not, it'll be a tally on the board for Bastida.
That's helpful. I like this shot clock. Got to give a shout out to our production team.
We would love to hear from you. Join us on social media using hashtag RAF10. Let's get this thing trending on this Saturday evening.
Do you remember when Cassiope wrestled against Taz Hudanov?
Yes.
And, you know, we were surprised. We're like, Cassiope did a great job. We were shocked. He really found a way to rise above himself and do a lot better than we thought he was going to do. So it was shocking to see him get pinned by Sharipov. It was incredible. That's just a testament to how good he is.
No, I agree.
1-0 Bastida, as Sharipov unable to score on the shot clock with 30 seconds.
Where did that shot clock go, by the way? Did it come up on the screen here? Because I didn't see it.
It did.
Oh, okay, I wasn't.
Underhook there from Bastida. They're on the right side trying to jack up Sharipov in his stance as the first period comes to a close.
And maybe for the first time viewers that have not really have all the nuances to freestyle wrestling, the shot clock is when no action is happening. That's how they get the point on the board. If they don't see any action, they award the point to the other guy who is pressing the action. Is that right?
That is correct. Really good crowd, great shots. What a scene. There is a great energy here in St. Louis. Here at RAF 10, some great things going on. The fan zone earlier today was sold out. Of course, we have RAF Next Gen. That'll be next month in Milwaukee. Great things happening in Real American Freestyle. Still room on the bus. Jump on board.
Hey, you know what? In the back, I saw Dan Gable tonight. First time I ever
Gable's
met
in the
him.
house.
You've met him before?
Many times.
All right, this was my first time face-to-face. I've spoke to him, but never actually met him.
Look at this attack here from Younger.
What hips? What hips?
Sharipov, like cinder block hips, crashing down on Bastida, keeping him on his shoe tops.
This guy wrestles like he's 300 pounds.
Got
This
him by the
Sharipov,
chin,
it's
too.
unbelievable how big he can get at certain
Got
times.
that head and arm.
Oh, he's choking him.
He is choking him.
Yeah, he's choking him.
Going for a turn.
Oh,
he's
the ref
bleeding.
helped out.
Is he out? He's out. He is out.
Bastida is out.
He's completely out, guys. Oh, he just woke up.
That was a front headlock. That is a very similar situation what we saw this season with Mason Paris and Isaac Trumbull, I believe. That was a tight front headlock.
Well, hey, the ref got in there,
went to sleep.
and the ref did his job, though. He didn't expose. He didn't let him give up points. The ref saw there was a problem. He broke the action. Look at this. This is nasty.
This is so nasty. He's
You
got it
talk
right
about
underneath the
pressure.
chin. There's that Gable grip, speaking of Dan Gable.
And notice where he's putting his ear. He's putting his ear right on the armpit. That's what's putting all the pressure on that carotid artery.
He was trying to turn him, but I think he's just too stubborn to not turn, and it ended up putting him out cold.
But does not give up any points.
Is the match over, guys? I don't know.
No.
It's not?
No.
What?
Not
it
over.
should be.
This is wrestling, Juliana.
Look, he went to sleep, guys. He's like, in my sport, when you go out, it's over. Fight's done.
I'm not
No more.
disagreeing with you. I'm just sharing with you. No, this will go on.
That's
They'll
like
give
a
him moment
technical
here.
concussion, man. Like, you just got your lights put out. Go home. Come back. Live another day.
I want to see these guys scrap.
Oh, my
I
God.
wanna see
You know
these
where that
guys
happened?
scrap.
He went for the shot.
Let's bring in Ben Askren. What do you have, Ben?
Yeah, this situation, you guys brought it up, just happened to Isaac Trumbull, Mason Paris a couple weeks ago. The wrestling rules are really ambiguous here. That hold is legal until you choke him. I thought the ref should have been the opposite side of the action to see the chokehold happening because he got put out.
Ben, we were just talking about this the other day. I sent you that.
Absolutely.
That's crazy.
So crazy.
Like I said, the Bastida did not give up any points. So he still leads this match in the second round. 1-0.
He's mad. And
Bloody
he's saying
nose
that
for the former Cyclone.
blood time. And that's got to be, your mental state. You just got put out. You know you just got put out. Now you got to go out there and try to go get a win. When you shot for the first time, you got stuffed like a Thanksgiving dinner and put out unconscious. So now you got to mentally be able to work yourself back up so that you can go shoot on this guy again and make something happen and win the match for your RAF debut. Meanwhile, this guy's chilling at home, being like, "You're welcome to my house."
As you would call that, Chill, that's fried eggs.
Yeah, he's fried eggs. Yeah, you shut him right off. Hey, I am really impressed, though. I mean, I'm kind of just the physiology of how he could be unconscious but not roll.
He didn't go over.
Right, like there was something within him that knew I got to stay
It's
here.
incredible. Did not get scored on.
Nope, he didn't tap. He didn't say a word. He went out like a gangster.
Yeah.
So 1-0 in this second period, and we are ready to resume action. Slap of the hands once again. Here we go. You see Bastida in that white RAF singlet. Little blood on it. Good match so far.
Well, the other competitors better keep their eye on this Sharipov. This guy's special.
Yes, he is.
3-time Asian Championships medalist. Earlier this month, it was silver. Lost to Zaire of Iran. That was back in May, actually.
Younger punching for that underhook.
Zaire's huge. That's one of the guys that Gable called out. Gable Stevenson wants Aliyev, and he called out Zaire.
Sharipov, Zagreb Open back in February, captured gold. He beat Wyatt Hendrickson. Down to 40 seconds here in this second period.
Nice shot.
Good underhook there by Bastida. Collar tie right side there by Sharipov. Bastida goes and grabs a wrist.
Head down. Pull it, pull it, pull. Pull on his head. Pull on his head.
He's so far leaning forward, I almost just want to snap his head down for him.
So Bastida was on the shot clock. He did not score as he jacks up that underhook again. 1-1. And look at this from Sharipov.
Nice.
That is going to be 4 points beat to back, and he leads at 5-1.
That was nice.
Beautiful technique.
Absolutely.
What made that work, Chill?
Well, the opponent gets the underhook, right? Keith Gavin made this famous really for Americans. He was the first American to start to go. The guy gets the underhook, so it's almost like you're in a defensive position, and then he steps behind him, and just clears him backwards. It is such a safe technique. If it doesn't work, you don't give up anything.
And we saw from Haratunian in the first match of the night, short time scoring. That was a big 4-point move there from Sharipov late in the second period, and he's 5-1 to the third. Younger Bastida, Chill's been able to get to that underhook, but he hasn't been able to score from that, hasn't been able to utilize that advantage position.
Yeah, no, you really got to do something with it. This was a great job by Shapiro, though. I mean, that's a 4-pointer. You take a guy feet to back. Remember Keith Gavin, he'd hit that on everybody.
Single leg and big cement hips again for
Once
Sharipov.
again, he's had a couple of pretty solid attacks, but it's one thing to get to the legs, it's another thing to get through them. And Sharipov has got some length.
He's just going to sprawl and take his back and go for his two. Oh, nope, the refs are going to stand the back up. I like that he's going for it, though. He's active. He knows he's down. He knows he's got to go, and you have to just go sprint now.
Of course, in freestyle wrestling, you want to score quick. Goes back to that underhook once again.
So he's got to use
position.
it. Yeah, he switched that to his seatbelt. He's a little nervous there. He ended up just clearing out of it completely.
Got to find an angle. Straight on shot once again.
It's the single again. Put your head up.
Again, Sharipov, you are going to have to get an angle. I was going to pop his head on the outside, but again, those hips. Head on the mat, shoelaces flat, draws the whistle back to the center with 111. How do you get an angle, Chael, against a guy like Sharipov?
Listen, you got arm drags, you can come to elbow control. Ultimately, you have to move your feet, though. Whatever your anchor is, you've got to step those feet up. Boom, boom, boom. He's got to step that outside leg, follow with the lead leg, and he's just not doing that. Look, it's a hard thing to do, particularly for heavyweights. These guys are moving real good for big guys, but it is one of the problems.
No, they're not your grandpa's heavyweights, and Sharipov looks so athletic for being a heavyweight.
Well, what's Sharipov got to do before he sees Wyatt? I mean, he really does look like an impressive contender to me.
Speaking of Wyatt, Younger actually beat him in folk style, beat Wyatt in folk style.
Yes, he did.
But when we talked to Younger yesterday, he said, listen, I am ready for everything. I wrestled freestyle back home in Cuba. These guys are used to sleeping in the dirt and wrestling all day long. That's all they know is freestyle wrestling. So going out unconscious doesn't bother him. He still has 27 seconds to make something happen. And there it is.
And there's Bastida now. He's within two. And he would win this match by scoring last point if he can get a turn. Working a high gut. Load his hips up. We're down to 15 seconds. Bastida needs two. It would get him the win. And strong power tear defense from Sharipov will bring them back to their feet.
Nicely done. Playing a little cat and mouse, Bastida. He was able to get that takedown. It was beautiful. Do it again.
Takes a shot right there off the whistle. Crowd is into this one. Sharipov goes back to that front headlock.
Not enough time. It's not going to happen. Uh-oh, I think he's going to go out again. He wants a tap.
Is going to win this one 5-3. Fun battle there at heavyweights.
Guys, I've never seen somebody go out and then continue in the match. That's actually pretty impressive by Younger Bastida.
It's honor amongst thieves, right? Because Yonder would have choked him out if he was given the opportunity. He's not upset about this. He gets it.
No, I know. He shook his hand like a man. That was nice. I would have been like, screw you.
Back to Mackenzie Mitchell.
After 3 periods and a final score of 5-3, your winner, Chimaev Sharipov.
Bastida.
Yeah, here's the lock right here. You'll notice he kind of switches from this finger tip to a gable grip. It's actually the palm going on top for the technique of this, and then he just sets his ear right down by the armpit, puts a little pressure. Oh, there's one.
That was the big move for 4.
That's the Keith Gavin. That's what I'm calling that technique.
You know what it looked like to me is like the old Dan Hendo where you just throw a right hand and step behind him and get the takedown.
TJ Dillashaw would do something similar to that, right?
Right.
Coming up next, featherweight matchup with Andrew Aliyev and Jaden Ironman. Jaden Ironman, his RAF debut. Aliyev RAF 6 in February, he teched Bryce Meredith 13-2. Hayden Ironman, phenomenal career at Missouri and ultimately at the University of Iowa.
What is that?
Seltzer with lemon.
No, the ice.
Oh, that's Brio Nugget Ice. That's from the Brio Ice Maker. It's better ice, basically.
Better ice? Premium ice. Premium muscles need premium ice.
You know that's not what it's for.
Works.
What's your favorite part about this fan zone? Who you want to meet?
I want to meet Arman and Khamzat.
I'm happy to be able to get to meet all the fans and do this. I just got to meet Dan Gable, which is fun. So I got to be a fan as the first time I've been starstruck, I think, in maybe my whole life.
Just different styles. I mean, when you see them in UFC, MMA, it's different, but never seen them in freestyle wrestling. So that's going to be interesting to see how they transition from one sport to another.
Don't read it yet.
Welcome back to RAF 10. What you just saw was the fan zone earlier today. Might have been the best one yet. They're completely sold out. The line was out the door before the event even started. And it's because of really cool moments you just saw. There were kids arm wrestling with some of the athletes. There were kids telling me how inspired they are to join RAF. And how about that 8-year-old boy dressed up as a bear? I asked him if he was going to do any moves with Arman and Khamzat. I'm not sure if that happened, but he did get Khamzat to stand up and smile, so I think that's a move in and of itself. Also gotta love Dillon Danis telling me this is a fan zone for him too, because he met Dan Gable. I said, well, what'd you talk to him about? He goes, I don't know, I was so nervous, I've never been starstruck before. So if you're wondering who can make Dillon Danis starstruck, it's Dan Gable, so now you know. But Dillon also talks about the kids. You know, I got Hayden here, she wrestles and she crushes it in college. It's all about that next generation, and that's something really exciting coming up with RAF. So if you want to compete on RAF's biggest youth stage, scan the QR code now and secure your spot in RAF Next Gen, the official youth wrestling tournament series of RAF. The first one is July 19th in Milwaukee, so you gotta secure your spot right now. Shane, if this existed when you were younger, maybe you'd do it too.
Maybe. I will promise you it would have been there. Great stuff, Abby. It is so cool. The fan zone. You get to, as you said, Abby, hang out with your heroes. Shake their hands, get their autographs, arm wrestle. It's a blast. Next matchup at 145 pounds, a featherweight matchup with Jaden Ironman, the 4-time All-American at Missouri and Iowa, and Andrew Alirez, your national champion at Northern Colorado in 2023. RAF fans witnessed the power of Andrew Alirez in his debut win over Bryce Meredith, a 13-2 tech fall that included 2 4-point scoring moves. Tonight, he looks to introduce Jaden Ironman to that same destructive force.
Andrew, question for you. You've accomplished a lot in wrestling and MMA already. What excites you most about competing in RAF and stepping onto the stage?
Just the whole show, the crowd, you know. The last show I was on was sold out, and this one's I'm hearing is pretty much the same. So being able to put on a show for the crowd.
If you beat Jaden, do you think people will finally start giving you the same kind of attention?
I would hope so. You know, last time I went out and did my thing. This time I'm looking to score a lot of points. It's not going to be an excuse. He's going to look over and be like, damn, that guy was good.
Thank you, Andrew. Good luck.
Have a good one.
Andrew Alirez, fresh off his pro MMA debut in April, a first-round knockout, goes from the octagon to the RAF stage for the second time in his career.
Ladies and gentlemen, we move to the Real American Freestyle Featherweight Division. Introducing first from Columbia, Missouri, a 4-time All-American at Missouri and Iowa, Jaden Ironman.
Jaden Ironman from Columbia, Missouri. He's back in his home state. It's been a couple of years since we've seen Jaden Ironman on a wrestling mat. He was a 4-time state champ at Father Tolton Catholic High School, the second 4-time undefeated state champ in Missouri history. He is back home here in RAF.
and his opponent from Greeley, Colorado, an NCAA champion for North Colorado, Andrew Aliyev.
Andrew Aliyev, two-time U.S. Open champ in 2020 and 2023. He was impressive back in February at RAF 6, 13-2 over Bryce Meredith. 13 points, tied for 5th in a real American freestyle match. As I mentioned, a couple of 4-point moves. This matchup is brought to you by Kale's Cookie, created by Olympic gold medalist Kale Sanderson. Each cookie packs 10 grams of protein with 0 refined sugar. Get yours at kalescookie.com. Chael, I am looking forward to this match. Couple of guys that have been spectacular on a wrestling match.
Not to mention huge questions like welcome back Jaden Ironman. I got to tell you that the son of Mike Ironman, legendary wrestler from Nebraska, legendary coach. But this is an incredible match. One thing about Jaden Ironman, he's always known for having a feel and having techniques that other guys hadn't seen. You could beat him if you studied him. You could beat him if you had 3 or 4 chances with him. This is the first time Aliyev has touched him. That is a massive advantage to Ironman.
And he is the hometown hero, and Aliyev says nobody wants to get beat in their hometown, but unfortunately that's what I have to do to get it done.
Hey, Aliyev is a nasty son of a gun. I'll tell you what, this guy can fight too. By the way, this guy's got MMA in his future. He was my outside pick to make the Olympic team.
As I mentioned, first round knockout in April.
I watched it.
Why does he look like the Karate Kid? Did he get a bump before he came out?
Yeah, he's one of the
straight on shots.
Hey, Sparks talked about this guy won the U.S. Open twice. He won the U.S. Open with a technical fall.
Nice chest wrap there for Ironman.
No points yet. Ironman on his hips.
This is where Ironman starts wrestling, guys. Everyone else would be beat right here. This is where the Ironman boys get going.
Wow, that's 2 for Aliyev.
Nice job. He stays patient in that technique, and he scores first. 2-0 for Aliyev.
I thought he was going to be able to sprawl his legs out and not get that, but
looking for a leg lace. His hands are locked. But look at Ironman. He captures that leg.
Oh, nice too. Way to roll out. That was close.
And guys, I got to come back. I got to come back to me, because I'm telling you, this is where he does his wrestling. It's the in-between with the Ironmans. When you think they're beat, that's where they get going, like Askren used to do.
And that's a point on the reversal for Aliyev, who reclaims the lead. 3-2. I'm not surprised. When I saw this card, I'm like, this is a match I want to watch. 2 guys that let it fly.
What are they talking about?
They call Ironman the Riddler, and he is a tough riddle to solve. Short time, 15 seconds, fun first period.
Something happened with the arm there, guys. I couldn't quite see it. He was pointing to it. Then I got worried. Maybe it was like a bicep, a muscle, but I'm not quite sure what he was pointing to.
I think he says he bit him.
Fake there by Ironman. Couple of head taps there from Aliyev.
What do you mean you think he bit him? Why would you think he bit him?
Because he pointed to his forearm, and so was Ironman. And
did you like point to his mouth?
No, but
why
he was
like
pointing to his arm because maybe when he was trying to do one of those moves.
Oh, I hope he did. I hope he bit. Let's see. Would it have been right here?
He's not biting his leg, that's for sure.
Now, this was great. Ironman was actually comfortable here. Aliyev, but Aliyev came out. Yeah, I thought
Ironman is comfortable everywhere. You know what reminds me of a little bit is like Ridge Lovett, who we saw at RAF 9. Can wrestle in all positions, can hit some big stuff, not afraid to throw you.
Well, the old man, Coach Ironman.
Who's in his corner.
That's right, who's in his corner. But when he started his club, he gave all of the members a key, and they could come 24 hours a day, but he didn't give them always instruction. He wanted them coming in, even as kids, 8, 9, 10, 11 years old, and just feeling things out.
Wow, what a shot. Aliyev
No
is
points
so
yet.
quick.
No points yet.
Oh, look at how he's punching those hands out to try to get that exposure.
Oh, Aliyev is mean.
And now they give the 2 points on the takedown for Aliyev. You got to drop a supporting point down to the mat if you stay in that quad pod. It is no points. In folk style wrestling, it's points, but in freestyle, it's not.
It wasn't the exposure, but he got the 2 for the go behind. I apologize.
Jules, I'll give you a fun fact.
Please.
When Aliyev won his NCAA title, he defeated Real Woods.
Real Woods had a nice throw in that match.
Yes.
Speaking of Real Woods, getting ready for that final X against Bo Bassett.
Yeah, we got Hidley versus Mike. Does that go down tomorrow, Sparks?
Hidley won both matches today.
Oh, what happened today?
So Trent Hidley, the reigning world champion.
So now he can still have him at his wedding?
Yes.
Yeah, that's still hard. That's so hard for those guys.
50 seconds to go in the second period. Aliyev 5-2 lead. Gets a front headlock on Ironman.
He's saying the hold is...
How would you like to have to compete with one of your best friends? Your dreams and his dreams on the line. They had to do it twice in one day. I mean, that's a tough spot.
Teammates.
Tough spot for sure.
That's why I don't have any friends, Sparks. That never happened in old jail. I'll put a knife right in your back.
Think back to the Olympic trials. Zane Rutherford, Nick Lee. That was a situation. David Taylor and Bo Nickel competed.
Change it up. Change it up. Change it up.
Control that center.
Speaking of David Taylor, just got a text from Dave Taylor. David's dad watching tonight. Glad to have everybody with us here on Fox Nation. Final 10 seconds. Ironman down by 3.
Nice
Snatches a single leg with 7 seconds. Alira's looking to score again. Goes to a double leg.
He didn't even hit a knee. He just did a snatch. That was great.
Great defense there from Ironman.
He hadn't got the exposure because his back didn't touch the mat. Is that correct now?
Yes.
All right, thank you.
Well, to get exposure, you got to break 90 degrees.
Yes.
Difference between
2 for the go behind and...
takedowns and exposures.
Yes.
There is Mike Ironman in the corner of Jaden Ironman. Situation tonight as well with Sebastian Rivera. His father, Stephen, will be in his corner. It's been a long time. It makes these guys feel like it's 25 years ago as they were in the corners for their sons as they were coming up through the ranks. Here we go.
You know what he said? I can hear my dad a mile away from the Raptors. I can hear him all the way up there. And I said, you know, that's the same thing that happened with me when I was fighting once in Virginia for a UFC fight. I was making my debut. My mom got the worst seats in the house, and she was screaming at me, and I could hear her right in my ear.
I know your mom.
I could hear her like as if she was mat side.
That's great.
Special to have your parents in your corner, being able to be there for you, and you can especially hear them when they're screaming for you. You know that Ironman can do his dad.
Looking for that single leg
Wow.
once again.
The strength.
Ironman looking for something big. Good recovery there from Jaden.
Nice hips from Aliyev.
And let's give Ironman, let's not forget, okay, he's got the right to have a little ring rust. I mean, not for nothing. If this is a bad version of Ironman, how would you like to see him get 2 or 3 matches under
And
his
he
belt?
told
Come
me he
on.
wants to make a run at 2028.
Yeah, we haven't seen him compete in a while.
Believe 2024 last chance qualifier was the last time that he wrestled. He's got 60 seconds to dig out of this 3-point lead against Andrew Alirez.
He's an interesting one, though. Generally, you want to stay active, you want to be busy. Ironman does better when guys don't see him for a little bit. He's got a unique feel. Hide that, surprise him like he's doing to Alirez right now.
Alirez on the shot clock.
I want to see this snatch single by Alirez again. He's got to that leg twice.
Shale, do you believe in ring rust or mat rust?
Yes, I do. I don't want to. I want to be above it. I want to be like Dominic Cruz. But yeah, I think it's real. I had to sit out on a couple suspensions for breaking a plethora of rules with the commission.
I don't believe that. I do not believe that.
Allegedly, they accused me. At any rate, and yeah, when I came back, boy, I did feel it a couple of times.
Guys, situation right here with Ironman getting that 0.5 to 3. Now with 20 seconds, a takedown would win it.
Go get it, Jaden. Go get it.
Alirez doing a nice job with his defense.
Yeah.
Goes right back to the center, keeps territory.
And he's a 1-0 pro in MMA, and he's going to be a 2-0 at Real American Freestyle.
5 to 3, the final score for Andrew Alirez. In this featherweight matchup, he knocks off Jaden Ironman. And Alirez, as you mentioned, Juliana, now 2-0 in Real American Freestyle. Let's send it up to Mackenzie Mitchell.
After 3 periods and a final score of 5 to 3, your winner, Andrew Alirez.
All right, I'm here with Andrew Alirez. Before we get into it, let's give it up to your opponent. He came out to play tonight.
Oh, like I said, nobody wants to get beat up in their hometown. So I knew he was going to come to wrestle.
All right, so I was at home, minded my business. Can we remove the mouthpiece real fast? I was watching my computer. I watched you fight a few weeks ago. You looked great. Now I'm seeing you here at Real American Freestyle. Where is your head in terms of competition?
My head's more towards MMA. I want to be the UFC champion of the world. So that's what my focus is, but every time I come out here, I want to put on a show. Little sorry I said I was going to score a lot more points, but Look at this bicep. That happened like 10 seconds in the match. So
We saw that. Is that what happened? You had a little bit of a muscle pulling off the bicep. We thought perhaps you were signaling that your opponent had bit you.
no, nothing like that. Jaden's a straight up gangster. So this happened right in the first exchange. Now it looks like shit, but hey, sometimes you gotta tape up your boo-boos and keep wrestling.
Andrew, you're always fun to watch. The crowd seems to love you here, as they did your opponent as well. Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for Andrew Aliyev.
Sometimes you got to tape up your boo-boos. That's exactly what Aliyev did tonight as he knocks off Jaden Ironman. Now Mackenzie Mitchell with the special RAF announcements.
Please welcome Abby Hortacek with a special guest in the house.
Yeah, that's right. We have Larry Wheels. Who knows who Larry Wheels is? Oh, yeah, we got some fans in here. All right, Larry, you're known for your strength, your lifting, but we've been seeing you on the wrestling mat. What the heck's going on?
So basically, the internet has been really grinding my gears lately. People have been saying I'm a washed up lifter, I'm not an athlete, I'm stiff, I can't fight. And I want to take tonight and use this opportunity with the RAF platform to challenge Mike Holston to a match and prove everybody wrong.
Tarzan, right?
Absolutely, yeah.
Tarzan, he's coming for you. All right, so since you've been training, we're watching all the action on the mat tonight. What have you learned about the athleticism of a wrestler?
Well, it's no secret my cardio needs a lot of work, but after rolling around these past few weeks, I realize I need even more than I ever thought. And now that I have a few weeks of experience, I can really appreciate the conditioning these guys have on the mats. And I've been collaborating with some of the best fighters in the world these past few weeks, and they've all agreed that wrestling is the hardest discipline to get down. But I'm up for the challenge.
Okay. Well, last question, why Tarzan?
Well, Tarzan is known for wrestling cats and snakes, but let's see how we can handle a real animal.
Woo! Well, there you have it. Shane, who you got in this matchup? Keep in mind, Larry is here, so you might have to say Larry.
I am going to say Larry. I mean, this guy looks like he could carry refrigerators around St. Louis. And Tarzan, I'll tell you what, it is time to come out of the jungle and come to the RAF stage. I'm here
St.
for
Louis,
it.
it's your time to shine.
Coming up next, a middleweight matchup with Keegan O'Toole, a three-time Big 12 champion and a two-time national champion for University of Missouri, and Bekzad Abdurakhmanov, 36 years old, a two-time Olympian representing Uzbekistan.
Arman, we got lots of brands that want to work with you.
Like who?
Beef Bus, protein fueled by beef.
No.
Meathead Burger, 2-pound patty. Well, it's horse meat.
Ew.
Python Storm, this is toxic energy. Fine. What do you want to do?
Water.
Water. What do you mean water?
Brio, bro.
Rio, bro.
I cannot wait for RAF 11. It is set for July 18th in Milwaukee. In one of the most anticipated matchups of the summer, Arman Tsarukyan faces Colby Covington in the main event. And how about this? Olympian Ben Askren makes his celebrated return on his birthday to the mat against Bilal Muhammad. Get your tickets now. I'm telling you, get them now or watch live on Fox Nation. Trust me, Wisconsin will show up and represent. Speaking of Wisconsin, Wisconsin native Keegan O'Toole was a four-time Wisconsin state champion before heading to Missouri. And Bekzad Abdurakhmanov had a win over Jordan Burroughs at the Olympic Games in 2016. Abby had a chance to catch up with Keegan O'Toole.
Keegan, you went from being a 2-time NCAA champion to now wrestling against some of the best wrestlers in the world here at RAF. What has that adjustment been like for you, going from that folk style grind to now a pro freestyle format?
Yeah, I mean, I was out for a while with an injury, and so I had one match. It didn't obviously go very well. I had a very tough opponent. I feel much better now, and it's so much more relaxed, and I don't have to beat my body down. And it's more of like strategic planning and, you know, just get ready when the match comes in. It's just one match. So it's a little bit different, but honestly, it's easier on the body.
Yeah, you told us yesterday wrestling is a way of life. It's not just a career. What did you mean by that?
I mean that, and Coach Smith always preaches, believe, compete, one more, expect to win. That's our foundation of Tiger Style here at Mizzou. And so obviously I'm in St. Louis. It's so awesome to be here. All my family, my friends are going to be here. But it means that lifestyle, it's more important to live that off the mat than on the mat. And that's truly what we try to pass to our guys. And I think that's, you know, your character is, and what you're remembered by is how you treated people. And so that's Tiger Style right there.
Being back in your hometown, what message would you tell your friends and family who are showing up tonight?
Thanks for coming, and I'll put on a show for you guys.
All right. Can't wait to see it. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
On the opposite side of the RAF mat will stand Bekzad Abdurakhmanov, a 2-time Olympian and 2020 bronze medalist. He now steps into the RAF universe.
Obviously, wrestling is my passion, but I think MMA is much easier because it's like, if you know what you're doing, you go out and you finish the match within 10 seconds, 30 seconds, 1 minute, and so on. But in wrestling, you have to do like a five matches, and it's a long day. Keegan is a young guy, good wrestler. I respect him a lot. Won a couple times in CS. It's not easy to do it. He's young. I'm at the end of my career, so it's like it will be cool to compete against a young guy and upcoming. I am staying here. I'm not going anywhere. This is my show now. I'm taking over.
Ladies and gentlemen, our next match is scheduled for 3 periods in the Real American Freestyle Middleweight division. Introducing first, all the way from Uzbekistan, a 2-time world bronze medalist and Olympic bronze medalist, Bekzad Abdurakhmanov.
Bekzad Abdurakhmanov making his RAF debut. 2-time Asian Championships gold medalist, 2-time world bronze medalist. A tough, tall task tonight against Keegan O'Toole.
And his opponent from Columbia, Missouri, a 5-time NCAA All-American and 2-time national champion for Missouri, Keegan O'Toole.
One of the most storied careers at Missouri for head coach Brian Smith. O'Toole now on the coaching staff under Coach Smith. 5-time All-American, captured titles in 2022 and 2023. U20 World Champ in 2021, U23 World Champ in 2023. But Shayla would tell you this, RAF 6 lost 9-0 to Tajmuraz Salkazanov. There you go, easy for you to say. But was coming off a torn ACL, tore his ACL last year, and
that's right.
Listening to Ben Askren, he said not a really easy test out of the gate.
That's right. A little bit more to that 9-0 loss. He was really coming out there for the experience. This is a tough draw. And one thing about his opponent, his most famous victory is over none other than Jordan Burroughs. We saw a quick clip of that. Doesn't get talked about a lot, but Olympic Games in Rio, in the wrestle pack, he got over on JP.
And he scores first. Now working on a gut wrench.
Keegan O'Toole, Ben Askren's little baby boy, and he said, I am going to beat the brakes off of you, Abdurakhmanov. And Abdurakhmanov said, you're a little bit cocky, and I'm ready to humble you tonight. You're about to be 0-2 at Real American Freestyle tomorrow night.
Heavy words to say to Keegan.
Join the conversation on social media, hashtag RAF10. Another shot there by Abdurakhmanov, who leads it 2-0.
Nice defense by Keegan O'Toole. And I say baby boy because he has a baby face, not because he's actually a baby boy. He's a grown man. But finger I'm not even gonna say what I think happened.
Right. You think
Look at that, right?
Bitten?
And no, he's not bitten,
guys
but
see that?
but it could have been broken. It's broken for sure.
Look at that finger. Oh, that is nasty. That's here's another look.
He says, "I'll give you baby boy."
Oh, I wish we had a camera on. Keegan just saw it and almost threw up. I see Keegan. We have no camera. Keegan saw that on the big screen, like almost threw up. That
Let me ask
nasty.
you guys this. What's the nastiest injury you guys have suffered in competition? Juliana, I'll start with you.
Are you kidding me? Have you seen my rematch with Amanda Nunes? I got split open across the forehead. Can you see this scar
yes,
right
you
here,
did.
Shane?
You
and
wear
I
it
had
well.
blood pooling out of my eyeballs. I was literally like scraping pools of blood out of my sockets.
I had a
How about
shot.
you?
I had a shot from a guy named Jeremy Horn, and it had 18 stitches right in my forehead.
Wow, you can't even see it. Hey, I need to address something. I got a tweet here for some
Let
guy.
him have it, Juliana.
I got
Let
a
him have
tweet.
it.
Somebody's saying, doesn't Juliana know the rules for Real American Freestyle? As a matter of fact, I do, but I am new to the whole sport, I will admit. But one thing that I have to say is there's people that have never seen Real American Freestyle before. There's people that do not know the rules of freestyle wrestling, and we are trying to grow this thing on a global and international stage. Sometimes I have to talk about what the rules are so that we can pinpoint exactly what's going on for the viewers that have never seen the show before.
You talk about tough. Andrew Lira's mentioned sometimes you got to just wrap up the boo-boos.
Oh my.
That is exactly what
No.
Rachmaninoff has done.
First we see Bastida go out, and I think the match should be over. Now we see Rachmaninoff taping his fingers together and getting back out there against a beast Keegan O'Toole. This is insane.
That
These guys
truly
are so
is
tough.
insane.
They're so tough.
I'd rather have a broken arm than a finger. Fingers
Exactly.
hurt so bad. Fingers, nose, ribs hurt so bad.
This makes me cringe.
This guy's
to
not.
think
He
about.
didn't even have that face. You put that face on. He didn't even have the poor me face on. All right.
That was great camera work. What a great shot of that finger.
Commit to that
That
shot.
was some kind of nasty. Inside of 30 seconds here in this first period, it has been physical here in St. Louis.
Oh, nice shot.
From O'Toole. Pokes his head to the outside. He's
Nice
got
little
20
high
seconds to
C
get
from
back
Keegan
in.
O'Toole, but nicely done by Rachmaninoff.
And that is going to be 4 confirmed. Feet to back. Phenomenal defense on that lift. And just like that, 6-0.
Hard to come back from. That is a very big score right there.
This is what it's called when you are facing adversity and you find a way to win. It's called just being a tough son of a gun.
Yes, that's interesting. That did not have to be 4. That actually is a judgment call.
We don't have a block challenge to be able to dispute that.
And by the way, I don't disagree with that. I'm just sharing for you. In that type of exposure, the ref could give that 2. They gave 4. That's the equivalent to 2 takedowns, to 4 push-outs. I mean, that's a big deal.
That is a great crotch lift. Phenomenal defense there from Rachmaninoff, and he leads at 6-0. And that came again, guys. That sounds like a broken record, but I'm going to keep saying it. Short time scoring, final 15 seconds. When you can put points on the board, those are critical points. Here we are, early second period. O'Toole with work to do in a 6-0 hole.
Sparks, you want to know who I want to see? Oh,
nice.
Beautiful dunk! Oh, my goodness.
Couldn't get around behind.
Betjaw just knows where he's at. I mean, he really, his heart rate's not even really up. He's out there wrestling with 9 fingers, but he's nice and calm. I mean, this is a veteran.
He is a veteran. We don't need to list his accolades again, do we, Shane? Because this guy is like a 2-time Olympian, 2016 Rio Olympian, 2020 Olympic bronze medalist. I mean, he ain't no noob, that's for sure. This guy has been on the mat all
If you get the jump on Jordan Burroughs, no matter the circumstance, if you did it, you were in very rare company.
And speaking of rare company, he will be joining us, I think, for the Cleveland Real American Freestyle 1-year anniversary show, no?
Jordan Burroughs signed by RAF this past week. Midway through this second period, still remains 6-0. That was the score after the first 2 minutes.
Sparks, we have no rumors on Jordan's first opponent, right? There's not even a rumor going around. I would think that Michael Chandler would be considered just because Chandler is the one that invited him.
Yeah.
I think that should be considered.
I agree.
Let's go Keegan Chance. here inside Yepez Arena in St. Louis.
Keegan's got to go to work. He's down 6-0. He broke his finger. What more can you do? You got to just go after it.
Yeah, Keegan's confused here. Keegan's a little lost. And you'll see that. You'll see it with the bent over stance, the head down, the arms, the reaching.
Nice.
When you have a bit of this, this European.
Little waterfall out there by Keegan O'Toole.
And now O'Toole is on the board. He's in good position right here.
He shouldn't have scored that yet. That should be nothing yet, in my opinion. I don't think we're there.
Woo!
6-2, late second period. Aitmukhan holding onto that left leg, and that is the position that we will end the second period in.
Well, he's holding the leg that kept young Keegan out for 11 months.
Yeah, I know. That's like speaking as someone who tore 4 out of 5 on the right and 2 out of 5 on the left, just holding on and stretching out that knee just again. It's like, oh, this is so brutal.
See the corner there? Here's that attack there from O'Toole. He was down 6-0, and he's able to get on the board 6-2.
I'm disputing that takedown. Few things I like to do more than argue, Sparks. Argue with the referee. These guys are doing a great job. But I do think that was a little bit controversial.
Down Bradley in the corner for O'Toole, along with Kendrick Maple.
By the way, can we just pay attention to the crowd around here? It's electric, and everybody is rooting for Keegan O'Toole. This place is going crazy for him.
He coaches at Columbia,
Again,
drops
with a
in.
low single. Switches to a double. Trying to get it.
That could be 4. And that is 4 confirmed. 6-6. And he's looking for more. Looking for 2 more. And he's 8-6. O'Toole with a strong third period showing.
That referee wanted a fall. He did not get confirmation. He wanted a fall. And just like that, O'Toole has got the lead.
He might not be done yet. Going to switch off to the other side.
Nice ball.
Now he gets extended underneath, laying on his belly, clinging to the left.
Is he going to get the reversal for 2?
Same position. Same position that he got turned in earlier.
Exactly, Jill. Good point. Aitmukhan is looking for that crotch lift.
What a scramble fest, you guys.
8-6. Good action. And the crowd showing its appreciation. This is set up to be a spectacular finish. 8-6. 56 seconds left. O'Toole once trailed at 6-0 straight on shot. O'Toole was thinking go behind.
Abdurakhmanov still definitely in this match.
O'Toole keeping his hands on the head. Down to 45 seconds. Big shot there from backside. Going to put his head underneath the knee.
I love that Polish high crotch when they reach like that. Daniel Cormier's favorite move, but I fall for it every time. You think they're going left, they come out the right.
Nicely done by Keegan O'Toole to kick his feet right off and get the 2 points.
10-6, Keegan O'Toole, 10 unanswered. For the 5-time All-American and 2-time national champ for Missouri.
That was so savvy for Keegan O'Toole to kick his feet out of there in order to get this reversal.
That was a collegiate. He's out collegiating him tonight. He's not getting the turns. He's not getting the gut wrenches. But boy, you take a guy down more times than you get taken down. Good things happen.
And now the USA chance. Down to 10 seconds. What a comeback from Keegan O'Toole. Now 1-1 in RAF. O'Toole, 10-6. He's your winner. O'Toole getting his arm raised to Van Halen's jump. Let's go back up to McKenzie.
After 3 periods and a final score of 10-6, your winner, Keegan O'Toole.
All right, Keegan, you found a way. You came from behind. You even broke his finger at some point. How was that for a brawl?
I did not mean to break his finger, but first thing, St. Louis. M-I-Z! M-I-Z! Atta baby.
Hey, it worked. I've seen guys in your spot do that and not get the crowd. They really love you here. Keegan, what should we expect to see from you next?
Well, We got a couple guys on world teams this summer, like Aiden Sinclair. He's an absolute animal. So, yeah, let's give it up for him. Hopefully see him take home a couple world championships, but I'm just going to keep wrestling and working and trying to make those guys better.
Later tonight, we're going to see the return of Aaron Pico. He's going to take on Lance Palmer. As a young fan like you grew up, what do you think of that contest?
Man, I watched Aaron Pico in the Olympic trials finals, and all the way before then I was a young kid. The dude is a freaking beast. I kind of wish he would have stuck with wrestling, but I'm so pumped that we get to see him back on the mat tonight.
Keegan, I'm glad that your knee is better. It was a real honor to see you here tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, your winner, Keegan O'Toole.
Keegan O'Toole showing some guts tonight as he shakes the hand of the bad guy, Chael Sonnen. Big smile there from Keegan O'Toole. He was impressive with a comeback win tonight, 10-6.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up one more time for Khamzat.
Still to come, Aaron Pico and Lance Palmer. Aaron Pico, there he is, the 29-year-old. He'll be 30 in September. 2016 Olympic trials, he beat Jason Ness, Jordan Oliver, and Reese Humphrey. Ultimately fell to Frank Molinaro, who went to Rio and took 5th at the Olympic Games. He's 14-5 in MMA. Aaron Pico is a bad, bad man. From one bad man to another. Lance Palmer, all kinds of success in the octagon at Ohio State. A 4-time All-American, a Big Ten champ, and a national finalist. This is a lightweight mashup you do not want to miss. The RAF debut of Aaron Pico, the former #1 ranked high school wrestler in the country, taking on the savvy veteran Lance Palmer. Palmer coming off his first RAF win. UFC legend Triple C Henry Cejudo provides his hot take.
Lance Palmer, the veteran grinder and smooth technician who wears you down round after round. Facing him is the explosive finisher, Aaron Pico, Olympic-level athlete with one-shot power, with real freestyle explosiveness. For Lance to win, he's got to slow it down and control the pace in action. But Aaron Pico becomes dangerous when the pace explodes. That's when Pico turns into a problem. Experience versus explosion. Let's find out who walks out on top.
Great stuff from Triple C Henry Cejudo. Big stuff coming with Real American Freestyle, with more on RAF Georgia and RAF 11 in Milwaukee. It's the Table of 3, Eric Bischoff, along with Chad and Izzy.
Man, outstanding action here tonight in St. Louis. I can't wait for the rest of the night, but we got to pump the brakes and talk about Milwaukee coming up. Yeah, a little over a month from now. Big, big main event.
Well, Eric, let's just talk about St. Louis for 1 second. This is our biggest gate yet.
Yep.
But we're already trending to be a bigger gate in Milwaukee, which is insane. This is the first time we've ever had 3 events live selling tickets for, which is, I'll stop there. But Kobe and Arman, blockbuster match. No one thought that was going to happen. We positioned it to happen. We were waiting for it to happen, and now it's here. We have made this match happen. Everyone is expecting Kobe to win, but Arman's going to come out there pretty strong. And it's going to be a great match.
It's going to be a great matchup. People are definitely buzzing. And we've got great matchups. We've got legends. We've got Olympians. We've got it all. But one of the things we have is great story. And I don't think there's a better story in sports right now than the story of Ben Askren.
Yeah, I mean, we're excited. You know, we brought him on our team just to truly be an ambassador for the sport, share his knowledge, help us grow this. And before you know it, you know, he went through the double lung transplant, and now he's back on the mats. Ben Askren is putting the shoes back on. He's ready to test it all.
Ben Askren has learned that there's a lot more to becoming a champion in life. It's being an inspiration, and he's grabbing it. Take a look.
Ben, 1 year ago, I get a text message. It says, "Did you hear about Askren?" I grabbed the phone. I called the person back. They said, "We're going to lose Ben Askren. Ben Askren is not coming out of the hospital." That was a year ago. Now you are going to compete with a world champion.
Yeah.
How did we get here?
You know what, Chill? There's a bunch of days where I wake up and I think, how did I get here? Because I got some fake lungs, and it's the wildest thing, right? I walked into the hospital thinking I was not sick, and then I woke up and I have 2 new lungs.
So I only died 4 times, right, where the ticker stopped for about 20 seconds. That's not ideal.
At your lowest, according to a report that I saw on the internet, you were in the 40s, 140 something
138.
pounds. 138
That's the latest,
pounds. You're now almost 200 pounds, but Ben, this has only been a year. How has preparation been going? How do you feel in practice? What does a normal day of training look like for you?
Yeah, well, I'm not where I was, but the interesting thing about this one is I'm getting so much better so quickly. It's like every single week I'm setting a new record on the bike, just because my body's still improving at that rate. So, a lot of the training has been the bike. I've been trying to torture myself on Aerodyne, as you know that device is. And then I've been coaching a lot of wrestling, and I get in mixed up with the guys sometimes, and but just a lot of trying to get in shape, and that's the biggest focus.
All right, a perfect scenario in my mind would be Ben Askren on top. I think when we get to parterre with you on top, you can probably score some points, but you got to get him there first. How are you going to feel on your feet?
Yeah, I think I have some really good offense. Through the years of coaching, when you coach, you learn more, right? So as I've been teaching these guys, I have to learn all these moves myself, and I've gotten pretty creative with all the different ways I can score. But yes, if I get on top, that is my strong point in freestyle wrestling. I was a great gut wrench. Listen, some of these young bucks, they've been testing me, and I got to show them I still got a great gut wrench. So that would be an ideal scenario, you're right.
All right, you and Blahal, the return match, your last match. As I understand it, this will officially be your last match.
Yes.
But we're coming to Wisconsin.
Yes.
So you are going to have home court pressure. It's not really an advantage. It's a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
How do you feel about the location?
I love it. It's my hometown on my birthday. So that was actually one of the, I don't know, something when they said that, I'm like, I got to be out there. And it's not pressure to me. I'm just happy to be alive every day. So I see this as a great opportunity. I'm going to go out there and I'm going to try my hardest, and we're going to have a bunch of AWA guys in the stands, and then when they say, "Oh, I got this little boo-boo," I'm going to say, "Hey, I wrestled a double lung transplant. You get a little tougher, son."
Yes. Well, Ben, they say that nobody can do it, but I could go through your career, and there's been a number of things they said nobody could do, but you found a way. I wish you the best of luck.
Thank you, Joe.
Ben Askren was a 4-time finalist, 2-time national champion, a Dan Hodge Trophy winner at Missouri, and this St. Louis crowd gave him a ton of support. It was June 28th of last year when Ben Askren got a double lung transplant. He'll be wrestling RAF 11 in Milwaukee on July 18th. They call him Funky Ben Askren. Jail. I got a new nickname. This is Superman.
Yeah, man, this is just inspiring. There's really no other way to put that. And by the way, from a competitive standpoint, I don't fully know what to expect. Blahal Muhammad is not coming to do a favor for anybody.
Yeah, absolutely not. This is what breaks my heart. Blahal Muhammad, my training partner, is going up against Ben Askren, who's been helping me since RAF's infancy. So this is like one of those, like, I don't want them to go up against each other. But Ben said, listen, I need to go up against somebody who is not as experienced in wrestling as, some of these other guys that we see. And I think that it's going to be a fun matchup, and it's going to be absolutely competitive. And Ben, let's just give you your flowers and tip our hat off to you just for being able to even make this historical comeback. It's absolutely inspiring.
Ben Askren truly is one of one. He returns to the RAF stage. RAF 11, July 18th. You don't want to miss it. One of the most anticipated matchups of the summer is Arman Tsarukyan. He'll square off against Colby Covington in the main event. And as we mentioned, Ben Askren, his celebrated return to the mat on his birthday against Blahal Muhammad. Get your tickets now or watch live on Fox Nation. St. Louis has been fantastic. It's a great crowd. I am from Wisconsin, and my challenge to the Badger State, let's pack that place on July 18th.
I'm going to say I've been at RAF since RAF 1, and this stadium has the most electric energy. The crowd has got so much positivity, you can feel it. I'm excited to see what Milwaukee can do in Wisconsin when we come out July 18th.
Lightweight matchup at 155 pounds, Haji Aliyev. What a career he has had. 3-time world champion. And Sebastian Rivera, he was a bronze medalist at the Olympic Games in 2024 in Paris and a world silver in 2023. Sebastian Rivera, Seabass, no stranger to finding success on the international stage. 2024 Olympic bronze medalist for Puerto Rico, Rivera makes his RAF debut tonight.
Hey, Sebastian, question. You're already an Olympic medalist against Haji, a 3-time world champion. Is this match about winning or proving you belong among the all-time greats of your era?
Yeah, it's always about winning. Wrestling match is always about winning. But, yeah, I would like to show that I'm not just a fluke type of guy, that I got a couple world medals and an Olympic medal.
If you beat Haji, are you beating a guy who is still in his prime or is well past his prime?
Wrestling's like riding a bike. You can always pick it up. It doesn't matter what time prime you're in.
If Haji beats you, does that mean he's still operating on a level you've never reached?
Sure. If he could beat me right now, then yeah, he's still at a high level because I feel like I'm right in my prime and I'm ready to go.
Good luck, Sebastian.
Ladies and gentlemen, our next match is in the Real American Freestyle Lightweight Division. Introducing first, from Azerbaijan, a 3-time world gold medalist and a 2-time Olympic medalist, Haji Aliyev.
Aliyev has competed 7 times at the Senior World Championships, 3 times world champ. I always go back to 2017. It was a classic against Gazimurad Rashidov of Russia to capture that 3rd world title.
And his opponent from Puerto Rico, a 4-time NCAA All-American and Olympic bronze medalist, Sebastian Rivera.
Rivera, a 5-time All-American at Northwestern and Rutgers, 2-time Big Ten champion. In capturing those 2 Big Ten crowns, he beat Spencer Lee and Roman Bravo Young. You remember, Jill, in 2020, the tournament got canceled. He was the #1 seed that year.
Yes, very special. 2 world medals himself. Hey, listen, we talk about Aliyev, who's a 3-time world champion, but it's important to note the weight class of 145.5 pounds. Year in and year out, that is the hardest, toughest, deepest weight class in the world. This guy conquered it 3 times.
2-time Olympic medalist Haji Aliyev for Azerbaijan. Here we go in this lightweight showdown. I know a lot of fans looking forward to watching these 2 collide. No score, 20 seconds in. Aliyev on a single leg, but his head to the inside, trying to work up, now pops his head to the outside, improves his position. You see Sebastian Rivera with that right ankle. Aliyev able to clear that. He's in good position right here.
Nothing yet.
No points. I thought he would have scored there, Chip.
I heard from Ian Parker on this, and I can't quite remember who the favorite is going to this match, but I feel like it's going to be Aliyev, and I would only mention for you, Rivera does his best work when the house is on fire.
Yes.
When you try to count him out is when you got a problem with Sebastian Rivera.
I remember 2019 Minnesota Big Ten Championships, rallied back to beat Spencer Lee. He's a dog, Sebastian Rivera.
Yes, Sebastian Rivera's got a heart of a champion. They call him the comeback kid. Seabass, like the horse coming up from behind.
He's coaching out of New Jersey, isn't he? He's coaching out there, isn't he? Did he sign on with them? Did some training out there.
He's got his dad in his corner. His dad was a national champion at the College of New Jersey. Hard collar tie there from Rivera. Bringing Aliyev's head down.
The name of the college was College of New Jersey.
The College of
remember it.
New Jersey.
In New Jersey.
Nope, the College of New Jersey.
Very creative name.
Yep.
Is it still around?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Is that like an online
They had a national
school?
champion in Division III
like
this past year.
University? The hard admission standards of the New Jersey College? I'll have to look this up, Sparks. I don't think there's any such place as the New Jersey College.
The College of New Jersey.
I don't
Aliyev
think so.
on the board as Rivera went on the shot clock, unable to score. 15 seconds to go. Goes back to that counter tie.
Oh, look at that transition.
Four back, and that is going to be 4 confirmed. Rivera, 4
He's not
on
done.
again, guys. It happens in the final seconds of the period.
Unbelievable. He just busted this thing open. That is the equivalent to 4 push-ups. That is the equivalent to 2 takedowns. That is the equivalent to a gut-wrench and a leg lace.
I want to see the replay. I want to see the replay. It was so fast.
Legendary coach in his corner.
Here it is,
Here's
ankle
that
pig.
replay.
Watch this. Goes
Mix
ankle
it up.
pin.
To a single
Transition.
leg, gets behind and just rocks him back.
Oh, beautiful.
Man.
Get on top of him.
Beautiful. There's no coach in the world that's ever showed a guy to do that move. That is just a feel. He knew where he was.
But it
He
comes
knew.
down to not getting bogged down underneath. Freestyle techniques, you got to finish quick. Rivera was 7th at the 2025 World Championships. That late 4-point move gives him the lead.
Aliyev's got some fast scrambling. He's got some great gut wrenches.
This is a hard hand fight. Physicality's picked up early in the second period. Shot there from Aliyev.
I get up and watch the World Championships every year. About 3 in the morning, I got to get up. I watch Aliyev dominating all of Earth year after year, and here's Sebastian on top of him.
They give Aliyev 2 on the exposure. Reversal for Rivera, now 5-3. Aliyev did a better job fighting that crotch lift in that last position. Back to our feet, 119.
Rivera doesn't like that, but you know what? It's the right call.
It's Ben's favorite match. Let's hear from him. What does he have to say, Ben?
Well, I love what's going on. Chill, I'm going to disagree with you. I'm like Sebastian. I don't like that call. Sebastian attempted a technique which you're allowed to do, and I don't believe Haji held him on his back. So I thought they should have went 2 Sebastian with the takedown. No points for Haji Aliyev. They scored 2 exposure for Haji and then 1 reversal for Sebastian.
Shot there from Aliyev. Oh, slick work. He's able to hit the corner and get around behind. And Aliyev now 5-5, scoring last point, leads it on criteria in this second period. Haji Aliyev, I remember watching him in those championship runs. He's as slick as they get. One of my favorite wrestlers ever. Haji Aliyev, Azerbaijan.
You know, Sparks, you're going to like this. I'm getting a text message here from the ball. Alex Marinelli, and he wants Keegan O'Toole. In fact, he specifically wants him in Cleveland. What do you think about that for your
I'd love to see it. I'd love to see Alex Marinelli, Keegan O'Toole.
Alex Marinelli's retirement, he never should have stepped aside. He's in the room every day. He's training every day. Come and compete. See this thing through 2028 as he intended.
The bull, Alex Marinelli.
Well, I would like to officially announce the return. This retirement is over.
Throws the whizzer.
Whizzer on the edge. And Rivera, crafty work.
This guy.
Limps arm right out. He gets the point.
And he gets the 2. 2 points confirmed. 7-5. As Aliyev takes his time. Crowd's going to let him hear about it as he makes his way back center of the mat. We're down to 10 seconds.
These great collegiate wrestlers do come into international wrestling, freestyle wrestling, with a cardio advantage. There is nothing harder than going 7 minutes trying to hold a man down against his will, or trying to get up from a guy that's holding you down against your will. Freestyle to them, the Americans always have the advantage when they come through that NCAA system.
RAF 10 in St. Louis.
Gets that low single Aliyev. Little chest wrap for Sebastian. Doesn't happen, but he gets the reversal point there. Takes the back of Aliyev. Nice heavy hips from Sebastian Rivera. Peek out for Aliyev. Takes the back. That's 2.
Aliyev slowly makes his way back center of the mat.
Nice wizard chuck, but it was countered with a limp arm from Rivera, and he gets the 2 on that reversal.
I could see Seabass right now just pouring it on, keeping his foot on the gas pedal.
Well, how much is he enjoying life? I mean, think about this. He used to have to cut to 125 pounds, torture himself every week. Now he's got almost 30 pounds. This weigh-in was at 154 and change. I mean, I'm just saying, this is a guy that can now really focus on getting points, getting endurance, getting that extra lift in, not put everything into the scale. It's very fun to watch Rivera almost with this new berth at the new weight class.
And good with that collar tie, underhook, now dropping in a single leg is Aliyev.
A waterfall action for Aliyev coming out from the top.
Rivera had both ankles, rolls him through, and that is going to be points for Seabass. 9-5 is your score.
That's good freestyle right there.
Yeah, it is. Way to chain wrestle that. He just puts it all together so beautifully. It's like artwork.
104 remaining. Aliyev, I think he is gassed. His corner is saying, get up. Haji Aliyev, little smile on his face.
What is the argument?
He's just tired.
Yes, there is
He
no
is
mechanism.
bleeding in shark-infested waters right now.
Yes, there is no mechanism to go back and to question the referee. So when we do see that, yes, it is just a guy that is fatigued. And it's a strategy, and I don't blame him for it, but so the audience knows that's what's happening. Golly, come on, so he went for it. He tried to get 4 again. He got greedy there.
He didn't get any
Going
balls.
after it. He's like a dog on a bone here. He's not giving up. He knows he's got to go for broke here.
And Rivera skips away to keep it 9-5.
Rivera looks at the time to see how much time he has left, how much longer he's got to hold him off for.
If Aliyev was tired before that exchange, that was a lot of energy right there.
Yeah, it was. Look at his gas.
Aliyev hands on the knees.
Yep. Look at the body language.
Hey, Rivera's done some amazing things in wrestling, guys. Dare I say, this is as good as I've ever seen him look.
Sebastian Rivera?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Right now, right here, this 6 minutes is as good as I have ever seen this young man wrestle.
And way to make a splash for his debut.
Sebastian Rivera, 9-5 over Haji Aliyev in this RAF lightweight showdown. Seabass victorious in the Louvre. Here's Mackenzie Mitchell.
After 3 periods and a final score of 9-5, your winner, Sebastian Rivera.
Sebastian Rivera and Haji Aliyev, fun match to watch, good scrap as Rivera prevails.
Hey, what's up, buddy?
When you talk wrestling legends and actual starting points, the one and only Dan Gable. In addition to the endless accolades in Hardware 1, his legacy includes both the Gable Grip and Gable Armbar in combat sports lore. Tonight, we welcome him to the RAF Legends Club.
Right here? Yep. Oh, okay. Yeah, you don't need to build me up. I'm already feeling pretty good right now. So who am I? Come on, tell me. I don't even know who I am. Who cares? Who gives a who we are?
Coach Gable and I were in Budapest at a world championship, and we happened to run into the Iranian wrestling team, and the coach came over and put his hands together and bowed, and he looked over at his wrestlers and he goes, "This is the great Dan Gable." He goes, "No matter how hard you work, you will never be as good as him." And this was just out of the blue at 10:30 at night in a hotel in Budapest.
When did I start wrestling? Well, I was born in Waterloo, Iowa, 1948, October 25th. My mom heard me crying, and I was face down crying because she put me to bed on my back. And there's no way that I'm going to get pinned. But she put me on my back the first night, and she goes, "Day one, you started wrestling." And who doesn't believe their mom? There was a lot of things that molded me into greatness. I'm a state champion as a sophomore. I only lived across the street, and only about a block from me further was a kid. He was kind of a hellraiser, but one time we were walking together, and he goes, "You know, I ran into your sister the other day." "Yeah, my sister Diane, yeah. I'd really like to be with her," or something. I don't know. He said something stupid, but it was like, I ignored him. And, you know, sometimes that haunts me, you know, today even, you know, that I didn't communicate to my parents or to my sister that this kid said a remark that wasn't the best remark, and I just let it go. Well, 2 weeks later, the same kid murdered her. There's tragedies that happen, and when they happen, you gotta move forward. You gotta figure it out. There's extra strength that's involved certain times in your life. That's definitely been one. It's part of the reason where you know, a guy dominates the Olympics.
A man who has so dedicated himself to this one thing, a gold medal. Dan Gable has won the gold medal at 129.5 pounds. A regular decision for Dan Gable.
I'm proud of being able to help other people be successful. You know, that's just the way it is. You want to be the best ever? Sure, but the best ever is only until you're done, and then somebody else has to become the best ever. There's no perfection on this earth. Because of that, whatever's perfect now is going to be changed in the future to be more perfect. So here I am, 77, and I haven't really stopped doing what I've been doing my whole life. Things are happening. I'm getting interviewed right now, and I'm this close to signing a movie contract. And if this comes out, and if it's a good feature, because, you know, I don't accept anything less than great. So the bottom line is it better win every Academy Award that's out there, because that's the kind of effect that you want to have on people, your sport, what you've done on your life, no matter what your sport is.
Please welcome a 1972 Olympic gold medalist, Dan Gable!
Coach, this is beautiful. How do you feel right now?
Well, I'll tell you, you said it all, but you said I'm beautiful, because nobody's ever called me beautiful before, but I'll take it because it's a pretty good word.
Izzy, Chad, Eric, the leadership of Real American Freestyle on day one had a number of things that they said we had to get done before we've arrived, and bringing Dan Gable to a live event was on that list. Thank you for being here, and if there's anything you would like to say to the crowd, now's your time.
Yeah, I would like to say one thing or two, but you know what? The reason why it took me to number 10 is because I'm following all my grandkids in sports as well, and they come first, but with me, wrestling's always been first.
Coach, I myself have waited for this moment to share a stage with you. Thank you very much and congratulations. Ladies and gentlemen, the legend, Dan Gable.
Dan Gable led the Hawkeyes to 15 NCAA championships and 21 Big Ten crowns. And that is Mark Coleman sharing an embrace with the legend, living legend, Dan Gable. Juliana, how cool was that?
That was incredible. That's absolutely well-deserved for Dan Gable. Let me tell you, when I very first started in martial arts in 07, the Gable grip was the very first grip and the very first handhold that I had ever learned, and it was named after that man right there, Dan Gable.
Next matchup comes at light heavyweight, 215 pounds, Rizabek Aitmukhan, the world champion at 92 kilos for Kazakhstan in 2023. Then he was just 18 years old. And Hayden Zillmer making his RAF debut, the 2022 world team member for the USA after winning Final X. And Abby Hornacek was able to chat with Hayden Zillmer.
Hayden, you have had a long, decorated career. What made now the right moment to join Real American Freestyle?
The time was now. We've been waiting for opportunities like this in our sport for
since I started, maybe since I was a kid, and I finally got the opportunity to kind of be on national TV to wrestle, and we've been wrestling on the world stage forever, so it's a perfect opportunity.
Well, now you're 33 years old. You're stepping into this huge stage here in St. Louis. What do you hope fans get from your experience on the mat as you enter this new realm?
Well, first off, I'm 33. It's from taking care of my body, right? It's been eating right, sleeping right, doing the right things, and I think a lot of times that gets overlooked by a lot of people my age, and through their 20s and stuff like that. So, keeping that going is really important. Your health and how you treat your body is really important. But yeah, stepping on right now, it's like I said, it's a perfect opportunity for me. It's 33 is the best times now.
Awesome. We'll see what happens. Good luck out there.
Thank you.
Cool. Thanks so much. Appreciate it.
Ladies and gentlemen, our next match is scheduled for 3 periods in the Real American Freestyle Light Heavyweight Division. Introducing first, from Kazakhstan, a 2023 World Champion, Rizabek Aitmukhan.
Aitmukhan, 22 years old. He's looking for redemption. Remember, at RAF 8 in April, lost to Kyle Snyder 12-6. He led Snyder 6-1 after 2 periods. Snyder put up 11 points in the third, scored 5 takedowns in that third period to knock off Aitmukhan 12-6. Rizabek will be looking to right that wrong here in St. Louis.
And his opponent from Crosby, Minnesota, an NCAA All-American, Hayden Zillmer.
Hard to believe Hayden Zillmer, back as a freshman in high school, wrestled at the lowest weight class. He has put on some mass since then, now 33 years old. U.S. Open champ in 2022, making the world team that year. Beat Nick Wisdowski at Final S to cement his spot at the World Championships. Aitmukhan and Zillmer, they're at light heavyweight on the RAF stage. And Shale, as I mentioned with Aitmukhan, you better have more gas in the tank than you did back in April at RAF 8.
Yeah, Snyder brought that to him, and I do think that he's going to. I do think just strategy-wise alone. Let me tell you one thing about Zillmer. Okay, this is one of the most complete wrestlers still active today. He'll get it done in collegiate, freestyle, and Greco-Roman.
Yes.
This guy loves the mat. He reminds me of Sam Hazewinkle, where you don't know what he's going to
Great
sign
example.
up for. Yeah,
Great
but when he
example.
gets on the mat, the man knows wrestling.
Every position, they are dangerous. Good point. No score, 30 seconds in. Zillmer, an All-American at North Dakota State for the Bison. He was 6th at 184 in 2015. Qualified 3 times to the national tournaments. But looking to make his mark here tonight in his RAF debut.
The guys in Minnesota, Drew Roberts specifically told me this, but the guys in Minnesota say that Zillmer trains the way he trains from a discipline standpoint. First one there, last one to leave, said he is such a good example that the number one reason they keep this guy around and keep him going cycles is because he sets an example for the rest of the Gophers.
Aitmukhan is on the shot clock. He's got 20 seconds to score. Zillmer heavy with his hands. Good hard hand fight early on. Good footwork by both guys.
If you're 33 and you can outwork the 19-year-old Spark, it's something special. This Zillmer guy is special. His biggest problem is finding a weight class. He doesn't know if he should go heavyweight or 97. He's been playing this game for a while. When he locks in on something, this guy is as driven as anybody we've got in this country.
He's like a lumberjack as he takes the lead 1-0. Aitmukhan unable to score on that shot clock. Down to 20 seconds, short time here in the first.
Said at the press conference he was going to throw a 5-ball. Haven't seen it in the first period, but maybe we'll see it in the second.
Aitmukhan, U20 world champ in 2024, and he also won U23 gold that same year. He trails at 1-0 and will take that score to the second period. This has been just an awesome night. I love all the RAFs. My first one was RAF 7. It's been a fun time, but this one, I got to admit, it's been my favorite one.
Well, and a lot of it is the crowd. And all
It's
fairness,
a
I mean,
packed
they
house.
come out early. This isn't like a boxing or even a UFC event where it fills up as the night goes on. Boy, they open the doors. These people get their seat, and I'm feeling it as well. Now, you have said on record, in fact, you promised Julie and I dinner if it's not the biggest crowd ever in Milwaukee 1 month from
You
now.
heard it.
You better look around, my friend.
Milwaukee will show up. I'm telling you, Milwaukee is going to have the biggest crowd at RAF 11. Join the conversation on social media, hashtag RAF 10.
Just
yes,
know,
Milwaukee, Ben Askren, his return, it's going to be outstanding. It'll be a night you'll never forget. You don't want to miss it.
Jules and I like steak.
Yes, I like a rib cap. Single leg attempt from Zillmer, but it was stuffed by Aitmukhan. Maybe getting one for the push out. Let's see if he can do it.
Oh, he went to his knees. Oh, the cagey veteran referee saw right through it, though. He said,
I wonder if Aitmukhan wants a rematch against Aliyev. We got Aliyev in Georgia against Kyle Snyder.
What a card that is going to be in Tbilisi, Georgia.
First, he's got to get past Hayden Zillmer right now.
Zillmer and Aitmukhan, ear-to-ear collar ties, now cleared.
Can we go back to the rules one more time? 1-1. Aitmukhan winning on criteria, meaning
Scoring
he was the
last
last person to score, so he would win if it ended like this, but I don't think it will, but just for the rules.
Kyle Snyder is not really into sharing. Okay, he's not here to welcome Aliyev. Make no mistake, he is here to beat Aliyev, and they're going to do it in one of the great capitals of wrestling, Tbilisi, Georgia.
And will you be joining us, Chael?
No, dog nabbit. Chael's going to be in Vegas for the return of McGregor.
Oh.
I'll be watching, though. I'll have my phone. I'll be cheating on this. I'll be watching.
Yeah, you got to be texting.
Hard hand fight.
One thing that I noticed about Aitmukhan
Oh,
is that
good slide by from Aitmukhan. Smart.
he's gotten a little bit of more personality. He's kind of like blossoming into this kind of like cocky guy. Like before the match started, I saw him talking crap to Zillmer, and he's like right here, like pointing, doing the Max Holloway in the middle of the ring, you know?
Another
and I was
step
like,
out. Aitmukhan now leading it 2-1. Zillmer trying to dig some underhooks.
And he's young, Juliana. He goes like 24 years old. You know, he's a little bit younger.
22.
Yeah, so a guy like Zillmer's not really going to be up for it. He's not really going to be into the whole trash talk.
No, but I'm saying, like, usually these international guys are, you know, very respectful. They don't really have too much of a personality. They just kind of, like, go wherever you tell them to go. And Aitmukhan is starting to blossom into this character, if you will, and kind of showing, you know, real American who he is and what they do in Kazakhstan.
Saw Dan Gable earlier in the corner for Hayden Zillmer. Is Troy Steiner, the national champion for Coach Gable. There's the corner for Rizabek, Aitmukhan. There's Troy Steiner, of course, his twin brother Terry, the head coach of the United States women's freestyle team.
Boy, has he ever made this program into a dynasty.
For sure.
Terry, who would have thought that when Terry got that job, what does this guy know about coaching women? Turns out everything. Turns out
Women are actually better listeners than men, turns out.
That's what Terry said. He actually said, I like working with the women more. Yes.
Harder workers, not complainers, not a bunch of babies.
Oh, Zillmer's going to give another one. Hey, does Zillmer understand this push-out rule? Because it is slightly different.
Aitmukhan doing a great job taking territory, moving Zillmer around that RAF mat. 3-1. Nice quick shot. He's in great position on a single leg. Trying to chase it down. Oh, Aitmukhan squares up his hips.
But that's the idea. Oh, turn.
Hard whizzer there from Zillmer.
That's going to be two.
Two for Aitmukhan. Crafty work. From the 2023 world champ, extends his lead 5-1.
You got the idea, though. That's exactly what you have to do. So you just got to go step on the gas and get it done again, because that was almost going to happen for him.
One thing about Zillmer, for as good as he is and as versed as he is at Greco-Roman, he doesn't do a lot of it in this freestyle matches. He doesn't force those body lock positions, and I'd like to see him do it a little bit more. This is the guy that's got the ability to put big points up fast.
Posting on the head, Zillmer, nice.
Oh, they blew that dead. I thought that was necessary. All right, back to their feet.
You said he has the ability to put up points fast?
Yeah, he's got the ability to get the body locks, to get the shoulder throws, to get the hip tosses.
Right, you got that upper body throw, you got all that experience.
And keep in mind, guys, if he scores feet to back, if he hits something big, if he's able to work a throw, he can steal this one.
He promised a 5-ball at the press conference.
Oh, he's back in on this leg. He needs this one.
Yes,
this is
he
a big
does.
deal.
shin whizzer from Aitmukhan.
His arm is stuck in there. Can't get it out because Aitmukhan is just a
Zillmer wants to
whizzer.
limp arm out as he looks to elevate the position.
He needs to get a hold of that foot with his left
He's got
arm.
it at 2. Now he's got 30 seconds. Can he get a gut wrench?
Oh,
Can he
he's got a
get the turn?
nasty
You
gut
gotta
wrench.
go.
He believes in himself.
You gotta go. Aitmukhan
What are you waiting for?
Aitmukhan is so strong. You keep seeing him pushing out Zillmer, just showing his strength like a bull, just all steam ahead.
Down to 25 seconds. Back on that single. Switches off to a double leg.
Drive him out, Zillmer.
Yeah, get the one. Get the one. Get the one. Woo-hoo!
Gets the one. And you know he's coming full throttle once again. Rizabek Aitmukhan blew a lead to Kyle Snyder. It might happen again.
No, nothing yet. Keep scrambling. Hey, he's found. He's found the
He's got his hands locked. He did momentarily.
A wizard from hell Aitmukhan has.
Final seconds, and they give a point to Aitmukhan on the step out.
Where's the challenge block when you need it?
That got confirmed. That got confirmed. That's it. Against Zillmer.
Rizabek Aitmukhan. At RAF 8, he fell to Kyle Snyder 12-6. He redeems himself in St. Louis.
I'm telling
as
you.
he encourages the boos from the St. Louis crowd. He knocks off Zillmer.
He wants to be the bad boy. He's coming into
We
it.
got
He's-
two bad guys in the house tonight, Chill.
Look at that personality. You would never know it.
Here is Mackenzie Mitchell.
After 3 periods and a final score of 6-4, your winner, Rizabek Aitmukhan.
Well, if you do, you'll clean it up.
Now 1-1 on the stage of Real American Freestyle. RAF 10. The gateway to the West.
Look at this, Jules. We got a
What
little.
a
We got
shot.
a performer here.
I'm telling you.
We got a ham. I'm here for it.
Yes, he is a ham.
Good shot at the arch. Shane Sparks, Juliana Pena, Shale Sonnen here in St. Louis on this Saturday night. It has not disappointed. RAF 10 in St. Louis, Missouri. Real American Beer just launched RAB Zero. Same bold Real American flavor, just without the alcohol. Scan the QR code on your screen and use code 020 for 20% off.
What is that?
Seltzer with lemon.
No, the ice.
Oh, that's Brio Nugget Ice. That's from the Brio Ice Maker. It's better ice, basically.
Better ice? Premium ice. Premium muscles need premium ice.
You know that's not what it's for.
Works.
Tonight we are live on Fox Nation.
Beautiful double leg. I mean, that's textbook.
I'll tell you what, David Clark, you just lit a fire under him right there.
But look at Yepez into the final seconds, and they are going to go 4-4 Danis.
Wow, Austin DeSanto puts points on the board.
Hey, if we're going to start this party, let's go.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for your main events of the night tonight? The first one is for the Real American Freestyle Light Heavyweight Championship. Please welcome your challenger, the Real American Freestyle Light Heavyweight Champion of the world.
Kid, one day, that belt could be yours.
It does not get much cooler than this. These kids can wrestle on the biggest stage. Scan the QR code now and secure your spot in RAF Next Gen, the official youth wrestling tournament series of Real American Freestyle. The first one, July 19th in Milwaukee. Secure your spot now, guys. Is this the coolest thing or what?
Ever. It is the coolest thing ever.
you have dreams, right? It all starts, every one of these stars that you see in RAF, it started as a dream as a child. They had to see something and go, hey, that's cool. Hey, I'm interested. Hey, Dad, I want to try that. That's what RAF is doing for this next generation.
Absolutely, and you know, I've been running around with these wrestling clubs lately, and all these little boys are so excited, and little girls, for an opportunity to wrestle and compete so that they can make it to the big stage like some of their heroes. And Real American Freestyle, if nothing, is a family venue, a family sport, and something that we want to welcome all families to. Next Gen is going to be off the charts.
We have 2 title matches on the card tonight. Bantamweight title, 135 pounds. Austin DeSanto and Reineri Ortega. Ortega's RAF debut. The 2-time U23 world champion, Austin DeSanto, the RAF Bantamweight champion. A pair of techs. He has been fantastic on the RAF stage. And Abby Hornacek had a chance to catch up with the Bantamweight champ, the big-time gas tank of Austin DeSanto.
Austin, you found a lot of success so far. RAF 2, RAF 5, you took them both home. What does it take to dominate in this league?
Just believing in yourself and going out and competing hard and looking to score a lot of points. Yeah, I've had success looking to score a lot of points each time out, and I look to do that tonight, and whether my hand gets raised or not, I'm always looking to score points.
At the press conference, you said a cool moment for you is that you look up to Aaron Pico. So what does it mean to you that you're on the same card as him?
I'm super blessed to be around all these great athletes. Pico, I got to drill with Aaron Pico this week, and I've never thought I would be able to do that. So RAF has brought opportunities where I get to meet really, really cool people that I look up to a lot.
All right, thanks so much. Good luck out there.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Great.
Please welcome the challenger, Reineri Ortega.
Here comes Reineri Ortega, 28 years old, from Cuba, training in Ames with the Cyclone Wrestling Training Center. Wrestled at the 2018 and 2022 World Championships. He was 5th at both those events.
And accompanied by fan zone winner Jackson Baker, the Real American Freestyle Bantamweight champion, Austin DeSanto.
DeSanto looking for his 3rd win in Real American Freestyle. A pair of techs over national champions. Beat Nico Megaludis at RAF 2, Nathan Tomasello at RAF 5. He outscored those opponents 21-1, coming off a championship performance at the Pan Am Championships. And when it comes to Austin DeSanto, Chael, it is pace, 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 pressure, and a little bit more pace. And with the championship introductions, Mackenzie Mitchell.
Ladies and gentlemen, this match is scheduled for 3 periods and is for the Real American Freestyle Bantamweight Championship. Introducing first the challenger, wrestling out of the red corner, all the way from Cuba, weighing in at 134.8 pounds, a 2-time Pan Am champion, a 2-time U23 world champion, Reineri Ortega. And his opponent, wrestling out of the blue corner from Exeter, Pennsylvania, weighing in at 134.8 pounds, a 2026 Pan Am champion, a 3-time NCAA All-American. He is the Real American Freestyle Bantamweight champion, Austin DeSanto.
Yeah, tell him, Mackenzie, the champ is
difference is you don't want to know who you don't want to end up in an alley with? Austin DeSanto.
This match brought to you by Spartans.com, the official online gaming partner of Real American Freestyle. Scan now or go to Spartans.com to play. And Austin DeSanto, I mean, you could see the focus in his eyes. I mean, he looks like a dog that's just out of the cage right now. He's on the loose.
Yes.
He decides he's going to wrestle Greco at one point about 18 months ago. So he goes to 2 overseas trips, brings medals home for both, gets in the sauna and says, I didn't want to do it. Coach Brands told me I had to do it. And Coach Brands said, well, if you want to come back to freestyle, come on back. He won himself a championship.
Yeah.
As an underhook there on the left.
Austin DeSanto, when he won Real American Freestyle, I interviewed him, and he won. And he was so disappointed. This is a man that has extremely high standards set for himself, and if he doesn't win by fall, he's not happy.
Ortega had a 2-on-1. DeSanto able to clear that tie. No score, 45 seconds in. Probably going to get somebody on the shot clock here in the next few seconds.
Sparks, you remember in the quarterfinals when he was wrestling Michik and he hit a Kimura on him?
I was calling that match. That's
that
why I was
dirty dog.
Drexel.
You can't do that.
But I will say this. I'm really proud of Austin. I think he represents himself very well. Had a great career at Iowa, 4-time All-American. He was 3rd here in St. Louis in 2021, and then in Detroit in 2022. Now he's the RAF champ. I think he's done a really good job.
Absolutely. One of the biggest upsets in high school history.
Beat Spencer Lee when Spencer was going for his 4th title.
I think the thing that went so viral that time when he beat Spencer Lee was his mom crushing her glasses in her hand in the stands.
That was Spencer's, but yeah.
No, that was when Matt
match.
Ramos pinned Spencer Lee. That was in Tulsa in 2023.
But the reference is still gold.
Sorry.
Ortega's on the shot clock.
Oh, they're saying fingers again. We don't want to see another broken finger.
Half a minute remaining in this first period.
Austin and Fix must have come across each other at times
yes.
too. What
yes,
happened in those matches? Was Fix ahead of him?
Fix was victorious, yes. The guys in his way were Roman Bravo Young, Dayton Fix, DeSanto with Italian the board.
You got it.
Shot clock point down to 10 seconds. DeSanto really good working off the elbows. I mean, it's well noted when he grabs your bicep, I mean, he'll bruise it. I mean, when he has a vice grip. Seen it many times. When he gets his hands on you, it is come here strength. You're not going anywhere.
Ortega?
DeSanto.
Okay.
A combat athlete's biggest fear is not losing the match. His biggest fear is exhaustion, that he will reach a level of fatigue where he cannot protect himself. Austin just doesn't have that. He doesn't have that fear. He has no idea what a gift that is. That is his superpower.
You are correct.
Yes, that is what welcomed him in to the Hawkeye room.
He does not want to mess around in shallow waters. He wants you to tie a 100-pound weight on him and throw him into the deep end of the ocean. That is where he loves to be. You're right. That is his superpower, that pace. And he is just able to be very comfortable being uncomfortable.
I thought you were talking about Ortega because every time DeSanto puts his hand right on the collar tie of Ortega, he grabs him by the wrist and he just like goes, he looks like he's going into a Russian 2-on-1, but he looks very physically strong, Ortega, and he's controlling the center of the mat there.
He goes and snags a 2-on-1, level change right there from Ortega. Good square stance here. DeSanto on a shot, but straight on, no angle, counter attack there from Ortega.
Keep that pace, Reineri.
As I mentioned, Ortega trains in Ames with the Cyclone RTC, DeSanto with the Hawkeye Wrestling Club. So still kind of a Cyclone Hawkeye matchup right here. DeSanto alluded to that at yesterday's press conference. Into the hips of Ortega, works up, and he's able to run him down, and gets the one on the step out.
You know, you bring up Ames. What a job Kevin Dresser did. Oh my goodness!
Fantastic.
Everything that guy touched, turned to gold.
Great at Virginia Tech, then went to Ames. Now
Another
stepping
shot.
aside, Brent Metcalf, recently named the head coach. Very exciting news. Women's team announced. Ali Reagan, the head coach for the Cyclones. 50 seconds in a 2-0 match. What are you looking for, Juliana?
You know what I'm looking for? I'm looking for Ortega to go out there and do his job. Head poke, contact. Please don't put that back in. You can't see it.
We will not see anything worse than the finger of Abdurakhmanov that we saw in the match with Keegan O'Toole. Just the contact for DeSanto, goes back, gives it to his corner.
Oh, good. Okay.
And the Bantamweight champion is back center of the mat. A 2-0 lead for DeSanto. 45 seconds to go in this second period.
What a great opportunity for Ortega to be able to come make his debut, going in automatically for a title shot. And he said, I will win. I just got to go do my job. So that's what I'm waiting for.
DeSanto, really good position. 2-on-1 once again from Ortega.
Headlock.
Hey, listen,
Santo.
if you're Team Ortega, he's in a pretty good spot right now. Austin has not blown this apart. Austin's not exhausting him. Ortega's one of these guys. He only scores when he has to. I watched Ortega wrestle a dozen or so matches. He scores when he has to. And being within reach, being within 2 points, he's not in a bad spot right now.
Final seconds ticking away in this second period.
Nice.
Level change from Ortega. And we'll take that 2-0 score to the third.
Well, look, I'll just do a simple math for you, but if Ortega gets on top, he scores a takedown. That's going to tie it 2-2, 2-2. His advantage. He is a takedown away from taking the lead in this match.
But he hasn't been close to the legs of DeSanto.
No, he hasn't got in there, but he's also not exhausted. He's not getting hung on. He's not getting his head. He's still in this match.
Join the conversation on social media. We would love to hear from you. Hashtag RAF10.
No, it's going to be like a fake and go.
Two main events yet to come tonight. Third period, RAF Bantamweight Championship match. Scoring on a shot clock point and a step out, Austin DeSanto looking to defend his crown. Collar tie left side, familiar position. There's
Nice
a shot
shot.
from Austin.
Nice job by Ortega.
He is
Front
quick.
headlock, counters right away.
I like this duck under attempt that Austin's trying. He's getting crafty. He needs to throw his head back, throw his shoulders back, push his hips in a little bit more, but I hope he doesn't give up on that technique. I like that duck.
Would you agree with this, Chael? I think Ortega, if he scores, it's going to be on counterattacks and defense.
Most definitely. But I'm just submitting for you that Ortega has a sprint or two left in him. From a strategic standpoint, things are really right the way Ortega's team wanted to see this match play out.
And what you're saying is that his best offense is off of DeSanto's defense.
Perhaps.
Ortega's team knew he's going to need a takedown to win this match. He's got a minute.
Ortega looks fresh. I mean, both these guys
agree.
look fresh. I'm impressed with his condition because I haven't seen too many guys able to withstand the pace of Austin DeSanto.
That's the point that I'm trying to make. Like, Ortega is still very much in this. We got a championship on the line here.
Yeah, we do. And, you know, I like the way that DeSanto carries himself. I would love to see him be a 3-time Real American Freestyle champion. I think that would be pretty cool. He'd be 3-0 for the brand.
50 seconds to go. DeSanto tying up the wrists of Ortega. They wrestle forehead to forehead. Now Ortega is able to bury the head of DeSanto momentarily. We're down to 40 seconds.
DeSanto's top training partner, of course, Spencer Lee. We talked about the high school match, and now Spencer's on my mind. Who are you taking, Lindenall or Lee?
I don't make predictions. Whoever
Really?
scores the most points, I never make predictions, Chael. It's wrestling.
No, that's a good policy.
Of the day. I have no idea. I have no idea. Either guy can win.
Ortega's got to go for it. He's got 20 seconds left.
Come on, I know he's got a sprint in him.
That's a lot of time. I mean, that's what happens in these matches in freestyle wrestling. Everything happens in the last second.
That 2-on-1 once again.
Austin is not wrestling like Austin right now. He's backing up. This is not how he wrestles. That's a point. That's a point.
That's
Austin
a
is
point
not
for
being Austin.
Ortega. 2-1.
Coach Brands 101. You finished the match the way you started the match. Austin is backing up. This is not
He's
Austin
got a
right
circle.
now.
Don't want to back up.
This is. I'm
Final
telling you,
seconds.
This is not him.
And Austin DeSanto is going to hang on and win this one. 2-1. Time ran out. That was super close, but time did run out. That was too close for comfort for Austin DeSanto.
I need to see the replay on that, Shane.
And Austin DeSanto retains his Real American Freestyle Bantamweight belts.
They're reviewing.
They are reviewing. I believe time ran out.
I trust your eyes, Shane. They got the Rocky music playing
That
in the
was
background.
so close, though. It was final
Let's look at the
7
end.
seconds.
Let's look at the end.
DeSanto losing his balance. Shot from Ortega, and you see that DeSanto went out of bounds. There's no question about that. The question is, did time expire?
Yes.
First of two RAF championship matches tonight. I see DeSanto a little bit frustrated with himself.
Let's look at it with the clock.
It was close. Oh! It was close, but looked like time ran out by a tenth of a second.
I need it
every
slower
second
and another
matters.
replay,
Every
please.
tenth of a second matters. It all matters.
I'm telling you, if they give it to DeSanto, when I interviewed him last time, he was so mad even though he won, so I can't even imagine what he's about to say to Chill.
Austin DeSanto pacing on the RAF mat, trying to get this crowd into it. Another look. This was so tight, razor thin.
Yeah, I think time did run out, Shane.
Austin DeSanto, if the call stands, is going to be 3-0 in RAF. He dominated his first two opponents, as I mentioned, Megaludis and Tomasello, 21-1. A different story tonight, but winners win. Austin DeSanto's a winner.
I got the referee behind my shoulder, about to make this review call. I got all the refs behind my back making this review call now.
Let's bring in Ben Askren.
Yeah, hey Shane, that was about as close as it gets. That was 0.01 seconds.
Yes.
I don't think he went out. He retains his title. That was an awesome match. Fireworks at the end. Really good match.
To Mackenzie Mitchell.
After 3 periods and a final score of 2-1, your winner and still the Real American Freestyle Bantamweight Champion, Austin DeSanto.
And still, hey, it's good to be king, even if it didn't finish exactly the way you envisioned. How you feeling right now, champ?
I'm feeling good. I'm just blessed to be here. This crowd is awesome. I mean, I heard it. Thank you, guys.
All right, at the end there was a step out. Then there was a question, was there time on the clock? How confident were you that you won that contest?
Not confident. That's not how I am trained. That's not how I'm brought up. I'm always going forward. My worst wrestling is going backwards. I'm sorry, I didn't score enough, but next time I'll try to score a lot of points and wrestle my style. I'm just sorry. And for me to keep this belt, I gotta score a lot more points. Thank you.
A guy that you referred to as an idol and a mentor, Aaron Pico, is going to come out in a matter of minutes. He's taking on Lance Palmer. How do you see that contest?
I mean, I drilled with him the other day. He hasn't lost a touch. His snap downs, I mean, he had the best snap down, in my opinion, since he was the age of 15, maybe 9 years old. So he hasn't lost a touch. He snapped me into the mat plenty of times the other day. I think he's ready to go.
Well, champ, there's nobody quite like you. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the winner, Austin DeSanto.
Go Hawks.
Nothing to apologize for, Austin. Sometimes it doesn't have to be pretty, it's got to be gritty, and that was the case here tonight as Austin DeSanto defends his RAF Bantamweight title.
St. Louis, let's give it up one more time.
Still to come, one of our two main events at middleweights. Arman Tsarukyan, 5-0 in Real American Freestyle, and Tony Ferguson. It's been a couple of decades since he's wrestled, but he's a fierce competitor. Looking forward to that matchup. Arman Tsarukyan, maybe the hottest wrestler in RAF, 5-0, having outscored his opponents 53-12. He is chasing a world title, but tonight he'll have to go through a former UFC world champion in Tony Ferguson. Henry Cejudo knows a little something about that, and here is Triple C's hot take.
Chaos, Tony El Cucuy Ferguson is making his highly anticipated RAF debut. Facing him is the Armenian Wrecking Ball, Arman Tsarukyan. Non-stop forward pressure, explosive hips, and elite wrestling. For Arman to win, he must control the center and dictate the pace. But Tony thrives in absolute chaos. That's exactly where El Cucuy becomes the most dangerous man on the mat. Two pressure boxes colliding. Get ready, because it's going down right now.
Arman Tsarukyan here inside at Yepez Arena looking for his 6th win in Real American Freestyle. He's 5-0 with 3 tech falls. And Tony Ferguson, former interim UFC lightweight champion, pro record of 25-11. And he is going from the octagon to the RAF mat. And he caught up with Abby Hornacek.
Here, Ortega.
No more hanging out people like this.
Apologize for the technical difficulties. And our next match is our women's strawweight championship match at 120 pounds with Lucia Yepez and Kendra Ryan. Yepez has been some kind of spectacular on the RAF stage. She's 25 years old. RAF 6 in February beat Everest Ledecker 10-3, and RAF 9 over Cameron Guerin 10-0. A first-round technical superiority. In her 2 RAF matches, outscored her opponents 20-3, and she is just so quick. She is lightning quick, don't blink, and extremely dynamic. You see Yepez, you see that trap arm gut. She can really do it all. It starts with her speed. Speed never slumps. And I was so impressed with her in her last performance. Kendra Ryan is looking to make her RAF debut a memorable one. The former All-American at North Central College piled up 100 wins in her NCAA career. Tonight she has her eye on Lucia Yepez's RAF Women's Strawweight World title.
Yeah, I love wrestling. I started when I was 4 years old, and sometimes I think, I'm like, there's no way someone loves wrestling more than me. Sometimes I think that, and I'm like, okay, that's a little crazy, right? That's a little delusional, but I'm just glad that I just keep getting more and more opportunities to compete and do the sport that I love the most. Yepez is really fast, and she gets to that single pretty fast right off the whistle, right? I'm pretty fast too, though, right? And I'm a big scrambler, and so I'm excited to see where that takes us. Right? This is a belt match, so that would be such an amazing experience, and really cool to be able to do that for myself, for my family, and then for my college back home, my teammates back home as well. All the other girls that look up to me, that I get to show that they're capable of things like this as well.
Please welcome Kendra Ryan.
Kendra Ryan, 4-time All-American at North Central College in Naperville, Illinois. This finish was 3rd in 2025, making her RAF debut, battling for the women's strawweight crown here at Real American Freestyle.
And her opponent, Lucia La Tigre Yepez.
Lucia Yepez from Mocoche, Ecuador, 25 years old, 2-time Olympian. She was an Olympic silver medalist in Paris in 2024. Lost to Akari Fujinami of Japan in that Olympic final. two-time world medalist. With our women's strawweight title introductions, once again, Mackenzie Mitchell.
Ladies and gentlemen, this match is scheduled for 3 periods, and it's for the Real American Freestyle Strawweight Championship. Introducing first, wrestling out of the red corner from Fenton, Michigan, a U.S. Open bronze medalist and a 4-time NCAA All-American, Kendra Ryan. And her opponent, wrestling out of the blue corner, representing Ecuador, a 2-time world medalist and an Olympic silver medalist, Lucia the Tigre Yepez.
Juliana, in Real American Freestyle, Lucia Yepez is one of my all-time favorites. I love watching her wrestle. She's the total package.
I completely agree. She is one of my all-time favorites, too. However, Kendra Ryan is coming out of North Central in Chicago, Naperville, actually, and she is the wrestling coach for Ricardo Lamas's wrestling club. And so I just got to know her, and I'm like, oh, she's so nice. She's so sweet. I can't go against the girl that we're coming from the same area. But La Tigra is on another level when it comes to freestyle wrestling. I've never seen somebody so fast and be able to just demolish some really big names in women's wrestling. She's an animal. Oh, my gosh.
Ryan began with a 2-on-1, and then Yepez dropped in on a single leg, and now she's got an armbar cranking away on that left shoulder.
Hey, David Taylor would be proud. David Taylor will tell you can make an armbar work in freestyle if you do it right.
Kendra Ryan needs to be just as fast and just as aggressive because La Tigra is on, like I said, boom, double leg.
That double leg was Jordan Burroughs-esque.
She is ready to just finish this match in the first period. You can see how fast she is. She's an animal.
8-0. She is a turn away from ending it. We're 45 seconds in. Now keep in mind, this is for the strawweight title. Sarah Hildebrand, when she gets healthy, she will get a title shot.
Yes, and you know what I said, or what I was trying to say with Kendra is that she's got a fast start and she can't be intimidated by the fact that she's making her debut and already in a match for a belt.
I believe we are all done here.
I think so. It was 10-0 before Ryan got her 2 points, correct?
That's right. We got to 10.
Well, they're telling her one more. Her coaches are saying one more turn and then it's over.
Well, she might have just beaten her twice. Either way.
Still the women's strawweight champion in Real American Freestyle.
Sarah Hildebrand knows the task at hand. Don't think for a second Sarah's going to let this one slide.
La Tigra, Lucia Yepez.
What a studette. She's on fire.
Boss. She's a boss.
She really is. She's got such a great personality, too. She's got so much energy.
Mackenzie Mitchell, take it away.
The match is over with 49 seconds remaining in round number 4. Round number 1, your winner by technical fall and new strawweight champion, Lucia the Tigre Yepez.
Another first period tech fall for Lucia Yepez. And she did not waste any time, Chael, in getting to her offense.
No, this is what you even compare that to Jordan Burroughs right into a turn, 4-point exchange. And when you get somebody as good as a champ on top of you when you're dry, before there's a sweat going, listen, it's really tough. I will go back to one thing where we talked about the scoreboard got to 10. There is an old rule. This dates all the way back to the Fila days, 1997, that the exchange gets to play out. So if it was 2 into another 2, they could continue the match. That's what we saw here. But either way, the champ and Sarah Hildebrand's motivation is the same.
Still to come to end the night, the Wolf, Khamzat Chimaev, and Dillon Danis wrestling at a catchweight at 205 pounds, the long-awaited RAF debut for Khamzat Chimaev. Dillon Danis wrestled at RAF 7, was able to take down Colby Covington a couple of times. Of course, a great jiu-jitsu background for Dillon Danis. Dillon Danis here in St. Louis. And Khamzat Chimaev, UFC superstar. Dillon Danis is the only man to score multiple takedowns on Colby Covington on an RAF mat. Khamzat Chimaev, one of the most anticipated arrivals in real American freestyle history. Henry Cejudo has his hot take on the match that is still yet to come in St. Louis.
Khamzat the Wolf Chimaev, the Chechen machine with non-stop pressure and suffocating chain wrestling, is making his RAF debut tonight. But across the mat stands the ultimate showman, Dillon El Jefe Danis. The Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt with slick submissions and viral swagger. For Khamzat to win, he must impose his pace and drag Danis into deep waters early. But Dillon, he lives for the bright lights. And that's exactly when Danis becomes unstoppable. Let's find out who owns the spotlight.
Lightweight match at 155 pounds. Aaron Pico and Lance Palmer. Lance Palmer, four-time All-American for the Buckeyes of Ohio State, and Aaron Pico, a prodigy growing up. U17 world title back in 2013. Tonight, Aaron Pico makes his RAF debut. The wrestling prodigy, whose high school career began with a 42-0 freshman season en route to a state title, became a combat sports professional shortly after picking up his high school diploma. Now he begins a journey facing the four-time All-American and fellow high school legend from Ohio at St. Edward, Lance Palmer.
At an early age, which is just work as hard as you possibly can.
Guys, jog around twice. We're going to go some short goes.
Looking back, I won a lot of wrestling tournaments. I have 3 world medals. At 19, I was an Olympic alternate. I beat many NCAA champions when I was 16, 17 years old. I came up short at the Olympic trials, and I just wanted to step away from wrestling. I felt like there were some questionable calls that happened to me. I was mad at wrestling for a long time. I retired from wrestling early at 19, and then I went into MMA. When Real American Freestyle contacted me and asked me to wrestle, I was really, really excited because wrestling is my roots and it's a big platform to showcase my skills, and I want to make sure I do it the right way. Lance Palmer is not an easy guy to wrestle. He's a legend. I've seen what he's done in NCAA wrestling, and he knows wrestling. He's been doing it since he's been a young kid as well. I just have to be smart. I have to pick my spots. I can't be overconfident. Wrestling never left me. My wrestling style is vicious. I was known for the snap down and breaking guys. Lance is working on his conditioning. He's working really, really hard because anybody that's wrestles Aaron Pico know one thing, that your cardio needs to be very, very good. Because now I'm back.
The party, Lance Palmer coming off his first career RAF win. He beat Hayden in April. He is well aware of Pico's credentials, having racked up 150 wins himself during his high school days. Now the RAF veteran wants to remind the newcomer there is still plenty left in the tank of Lance Palmer.
RAF it's a very special thing when you walk out on that stage. And so a lot of even the other guys that wrestle at the world level and Olympic level, they're like, man, the nerves are real out there. You have a huge crowd. You got everybody going crazy for you or against you. And you have awesome production that you're walking out through on that stage. I know he's a competitor. I know he's going to come in shape. I know he's going to wrestle hard. And I know the techniques that he did in the past. So kind of just building my game off of that. But I always focus on myself. I know what the opponent's able to do, but I don't focus on the opponent's strengths. I focus on mine. Aaron Pico, I know you were the real deal, but I'm coming at you hard, and I'm going to make this a very tough match. So I know you're going to do the same, but I'm looking to come out on top.
Ladies and gentlemen, our next match is in the Real American Freestyle Lightweight Division. Introducing first, from Cleveland, Ohio, a four-time NCAA All-American, a Big Ten champion, and a two-time PFL champion, Lance the Party Homer.
The pride of the land, Cleveland, Ohio, making his fourth appearance in Real American Freestyle, 1 and 2. Fell to Austin Gomez and Arman Tsarukyan before that 3-2 win at RAF 8 over Hayden. At 39 years old, make no mistake about it, Lance Palmer is no joke.
And his opponent from Whittier, California, a two-time junior world medalist and a cadet world champion, Aaron Pico.
Aaron Pico, 29 years old. He'll be 30 in September. Won that high school state title at St. John Bosco. U17 world title in 2013. Just wrestled as a freshman at St. John Bosco, and all of his attention went to freestyle wrestling and fighting.
This is a very big deal, guys, not just for Real American Freestyle. This is a very big deal to American wrestling. This could reignite Aaron Pico, who many say never should have left 10 years ago.
Do you think that he left because there was no NIL deals back then 8 years ago?
Sure.
Do you think that he was the Bo Bassett before Bo Bassett was Bo
That's
Bassett?
exactly who he was. Look at this, a quick score, a gut wrench. Out of the gate, 4-0, just 25 seconds in, Aaron Pico.
And listen, Lance Palmer is a tough mofo, but he's just an older tough mofo, and maybe sometimes age has something to do with the matchup.
Father-time undefeated, but again, Lance Palmer not going to back down. Lance Palmer truly is anybody, anytime, any place.
Sure. But listen, we got Zane under contract over here. We've got Jordan Oliver under contract over here. Just by example, there is a lot of things that Aaron Pico wants to pump back to this sport. If he has Olympic aspirations, if he has title dreams.
He's got wins over both of them, Chill.
Tell you what, he's looking
well,
right
remember,
now.
in 2014, he was a U20 World Silver. He had to beat Zane Rutherford. Who'd he lose to in that championship match? Hassani Asdani Tradi of Iran back in 2014. Pico 6-0 lead, 45 to go in this first period. There's a fake there from Pico.
And Shane, if we're playing stats here, you talk about that Pico had to go through Zane. Just to remind you, we had to go through him twice in one day. It was 2 out of 3, and Pico got the job done. Hey, the one that told us about that was Zane. Zane hasn't forgotten.
Well, not only that, but they wrestled like 5 other times after that, too, or before that.
He was Zane Rutherford's kryptonite as Pico goes underhook there on the right side. Collar tie, 2 hands now on the head, heavy hands from Palmer. Crowd into this one.
Nicely done by Lance.
Pico is so strong, heavy with his hands. Final seconds in this first period, a productive one for Aaron Pico, who puts a crooked 6 spot on the board after 1. I go back to 2016. The Olympic trials, he beat Jason Ness, national champion, Jordan Oliver, national champion, Reese Humphrey, multiple-time All-American, ended up losing to Frank Tank Molinaro. He won the first match. Molinaro came back and won matches 2 and 3. He was young, prodigy.
If you look at the corner of Aaron Pico, he's got Zahid Valencia's dad in his corner. Good friends, good buddies with Zahid Valencia, helping him train for this
Ruben
match.
Valencia, yes.
Monster Garage legend right there. Doesn't get enough credit.
And what I love about Lance is that he also works for the company. So after this, you're going to see him put his headset on and start reeling these fighters out and getting them, like reeling them up like cattle and getting them to where they got to go.
Lance is a legend.
Absolutely. Hardest working man in the promotion.
4-time high school state champion at St. Edward for the Eagles. Goes to Ohio State. Phenomenal fighting career as well.
Absolutely. PFL champion.
Hey, his brother Colin, by the way, was going to take all of those records and pass them up. An injury shut Colin's career short, but
Pico's got his cradle locked up.
Heck of a family.
He ain't gonna get it. Lance is too strong.
Oh no! It's going to be 2 on the exposure, and that makes it 10-0. 10-1 as the action continued, and Palmer able to get the reversal for the 1. 10-1.
I have a question. Why do they always stand him up so soon after they get the reversal like that? Why don't they let him work?
It's subjective. You got about 10, 15 seconds. Aaron Pico gets behind Palmer, and there is going to be 2 more. 12-1 technical superiority for Aaron Pico.
Nice.
Pico 14-5 in the octagon, ranked 13th in the featherweight division of the UFC. And he looks really impressive tonight. To Mackenzie.
The match is over with 59 seconds remaining in round number 2. Your winner by technical fall, Aaron Pico.
I remember the Olympic trials in 2016 very clearly. It has been 10 years, and it is hard to believe that was your first time on the mat. Aaron, you look awesome.
Thank you guys so much. It's been 10 years since I've been away. I really haven't been able to say thank you to wrestling. Everything it's done for me. People here, it's awesome, and I'm just so happy to be at RAF. I want to grow this thing. And I want to make it one of the best sports, the most popular sport in the world. So we're on our way.
Aaron, 3 weeks ago, there was a press conference. Zane Rutherford was at the bully pulpit, and I asked him about you, and he has not forgot the deficit. He's very interested in your return. What can we expect to see from you next?
One thing I can say about that is I beat him 6 times for free. So now I can beat him and get paid for it? Sign me up.
All right, Aaron, you are not the only fighter on the card tonight. In one of our main events, we're going to see Tsarukyan versus Ferguson. How do you see that match?
Oh, man, Arman's on the top of his game right now. I think he's booked up for the next 2 years with RAF, so he has a bunch of experience, and yeah, it's going to be good.
Aaron, I very sincerely say welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, Aaron Pico.
We'd all love to see Rutherford and Pico. Juliana, we bid farewell to you. It's always a pleasure. You have fun tonight?
I had so much fun. Thank you guys so much. We'll see you at the next one.
Juliana Pena, the 2-time former UFC champion, will step aside as we bring in Olympic champion Kurt Angle. Arman Tsarukyan, 5-0 now in Real American Freestyle. There is Arman. Tsarukyan has been a point-scoring machine on the mat of Real American Freestyle, racking up the points and the tech falls. 5-0, 3 technical superiorities for Tsarukyan. Beat Muggsy 16-5. Put all those points up in a period. Arman Tsarukyan looking to make it 6-0 in Real American Freestyle. And how about Tony Ferguson making his Real American Freestyle debut, 42 years young, former interim UFC lightweight champion. He was a high school state champion in Michigan and won a NCAA national title at Grand Valley State University back in 2006. Mat side here at RAF 10. I'm Shane Sparks alongside the Olympic champion Kurt Angle and Chael Sonnen. How awesome has it been in St. Louis, Kurt?
This has been an awesome event tonight, and I can't wait to see these next 2 main events coming up right now.
2 main events.
RAF fans, let's just hear it.
Arman Tsarukyan and Tony Ferguson. Ferguson, as I mentioned, that national championship NCAA in 2006. Arman Arman Tsarukyan is beginning to dominate the RAF record book, ranked first or second in no less than 8 major categories. He is unbeaten in RAF, 5-0. Tony Ferguson plans on spoiling the fun. The former UFC interim lightweight champion knows plenty about winning streaks himself, having once won 12 consecutive fights. Tonight, something's got to give as these two battering Rams collide.
Before the match, I'm gonna prepare myself like Tony Ferguson is the best wrestler, and I'm going there and show that I'm 2 times better than him. And yeah, people can talk, he's old, he's this, he's that, but for me it doesn't matter. For Tony Ferguson, I'm preparing something new I've never done before. This wrestling fight they made for the hype, for the people who likes MMA, who likes Tony Ferguson, likes me. It's like a old generation versus new generation. And in this summer we'll see which generation is better and who has better wrestling in MMA, me or Tony Ferguson.
I grew up very angry. I don't know why I would get so aggressive. I would throw my medals out in the woods. But wrestling has been one of the biggest sports to teach me not just about life in general, on the mat and off the mat, but being able to be coachable. I've been blessed to be able to have coaches, not just in wrestling, that had pointed me in the right direction and kicked my ass over in the right spot. Because everybody has the tools and the fundamentals to be able to get to where they want to go. But that mental part sometimes will tell this thing that you ain't got it. But I'm fast enough to speak from the cuff that it doesn't reach this one right here. Dan Gable said that one thing where it was like gold medals really aren't made out of metal. They're made of a hard-to-find alloy called guts. Thus the reason why I'm doing it. What excites me about competing at Real American Freestyle, you're going to see me. Tony, wrestler Tony. When it goes into my type of style, I'm a freestyler. Like Kung Fu, you can adjust. Like elementals, if there's fire, I'm gonna throw water on you. When I play the game like that, I'm better at chess than Bobby Fischer. You'll see me out there on the mat. You have no idea how fast I am, how strong I am. I'm facing up to Arman right now. I'm going to beat Arman by doing exactly what I did. I'm that type of guy.
It's time for your first main event of the evening. Please welcome Tony Ferguson.
Tony Ferguson bringing that swagger to the RAF stage, and if nothing else, he's confident. He was a lot of fun at the press conference. He's been very loose and looking forward to this opportunity to get back on a wrestling mat.
He's a very talented guy, too. He was a national champion in college, and he's got a lot of talent.
And his opponent, Arman Batman Tsarukyan.
Arman Tsarukyan, basking in the glory of Real American Freestyle. Really become a fan favorite.
Yes, he has. And you know what? It's crazy because Arman wrestled as a kid. He only did it to help his MMA skills. But this kid's like a world-class wrestler. It's incredible how talented he is.
With main event introductions, Mackenzie Mitchell.
Ladies and gentlemen, this match is scheduled for 3 periods in the Real American Freestyle Middleweight division. Introducing first, wrestling out of the red corner from Oxnard, California, weighing in at 165.6 pounds, the current MFB boxing champion and a former interim UFC lightweight champion. champion, Tony Ferguson. And his opponent, wrestling out of the blue corner, wrestling out of St. Louis, Missouri, weighing in at 169 pounds, the #1 UFC lightweight contender, Arman Batman Tsarukyan.
This main event matchup is brought to you by Brio, the official water partner of Real American Freestyle. Get clean, refreshing water and ice on demand. Use code RAF20 for 20% off at BrioWater.com. I got a prediction. Arman Tsarukyan at RAF 11 in Milwaukee will be wrestling out of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. I like what he does there. Wherever he's wrestling, that is where he says he's wrestling out of it and he gets the crowd into it.
Everybody loves him. He could actually be the face of RAF. He's still undefeated. He's very controversial, and he's very popular. The fans absolutely love him.
Hey, he's got a harder match tonight than many people are aware.
I agree. This Tony Ferguson is a national champion in college, NCAA champion at 165 pounds.
Ferguson tried to trip. It was defended by Tsarukyan. Now Arman plants him down, and that is going to be big points for Tsarukyan.
Well, and very kind of the referee to only call that first one, too. That was feet to back. Now, of course, he put himself there, which makes it a little confusing. But all right, let's start over. The first 6 don't count.
Wipe that out. Yeah, wipe that away. Nice low shingle.
Sure.
Tsarukyan draped over Ferguson. Ferguson getting extended underneath, holding on to that left ankle. Able to work his hips back up. Front headlock here from Arman. 50 to go in this first period. That was good work there by Ferguson.
Yeah, he braced himself, but, he got out of that move.
Tsarukyan goes right back to that 2-on-1 off the whistle. Moving Ferguson around the RAF mat.
And Ferguson's got a very different feel, right? Like you can kind of see he's really blending the jiu-jitsu in with that. It kind of cost him on our first exchange here. I offer that because it puts Tsarukyan in a tough spot where the guy is doing something you're not used to, perhaps what he shouldn't be doing. It makes it difficult. It doesn't actually make it easier.
Ferguson diving in from space. Late in this first period. 2- and 4-point moves for Arman Tsarukyan, the #1 lightweight contender in the UFC. Front headlock here for Arman. Can he score in the final seconds? Ferguson is able to keep his body squared up and will remain that 6-0 score.
Arman scored a couple of front headlock tilts to remind you in this match with Lance Palmer. I'm seeing Colby Covington over here. Colby's taking notes right now. He's studying this. Right, he's got a very different set of eyes that he's watching this match with.
Tsarukyan with that 2-on-1, and Ferguson went for the trip there. And here's that big 4-point throw as he plants him down.
Dake bomb. He got dake bomb down there
from
for
the
4.
feet right to the back.
What a scene here in St. Louis. Yepez Arena on the campus of St. Louis University. The Show Me State showed up on this Saturday night. There's Tyron Woodley. Wrestled at Missouri, teammates with Ben Askren. And Ferguson
not even wet.
Going to towel himself off once again. Tosses the towel and he's back center of the mat. Here we go in the second period.
All right, I'm willing to overlook those first 6 points. All right, we got a couple of those were goofy. The second came from a power bomb. Let's get a restart here with these two.
Ferguson has a USA Wrestling tattoo on his right leg.
Well, he did earn that. He was a national champion in college.
2006.
Yep.
NCAA at Grand Valley State University. Here we go. Tsarukyan. He's got him in the air. This would end it.
Oh.
Definitely 4. Oh, that'll do it.
Not as devastating, but it's still a 4-pointer.
You know what, guys? I think it's only 2.
Wow.
Well, it should be 4.
It should be 4.
It's still 10-0. The match is over, guys.
I'm a little bit confused by the scoring because I saw 2 flash up across the net, but at any rate,
let's do an interview.
It's 10-0.
Let's see if Colby Covington gets involved here, gentlemen.
Arman Tsarukyan, his 4th technical superiority on the RAF stage as he improves to 6-0. Mackenzie Mitchell.
The match is over with 1 minute and 22 seconds remaining in round number 2. Your winner by technical fall, Arman Batman Tsarukyan.
As I mentioned, he's become a crowd favorite as he whips one of those shoes into the stands. Not going to take off his left shoe. There's Colby Covington. He'll meet Tsarukyan in Milwaukee at RAF 11.
Tsarukyan is setting himself up for the face of the company. That's what he's doing right now. He's making the fans absolutely love him.
As Arman makes his way over to Chelsea.
Well, Arman, I had a feeling you were going to get the crowd riled up, but I didn't know it would be by throwing a shoe at them. How are you feeling right now, stud?
Feeling great, thank you. Thank you for coming, thank you for support. Thank you, Tony Ferguson, RAF. It's glad to be here, especially crowd. Always on my side. Thank you, USA.
Arman, that is a very big victory. Tony Ferguson is a former national wrestling champion. You just put 10 points on the board, and you gave up none. Now, your next opponent happens to be sitting here taking notes and is probably going to be a little better competition. How do you feel about Colby Covington?
It's going to be easier than Tony Ferguson. Easier. This is the easiest money. 100%. I'm going to do 10-0 in the first round. I'm not going to wait second round.
All right, Colby, what do you think? He looked pretty good tonight. He put 10 points up on Ferguson.
Yeah, no more cupcake matchups. I'm gonna break him on this mat. This is real American freestyle. I'm gonna show him how us Americans do it.
All right, Arman, this match is 1 month away. I would like to give you the final word. Anything you would like to leave the audience or specifically to Colby?
To be in shape. After match, no excuses.
All right, real simple. We got one more main event to go. Everybody sit back and enjoy and give it up. Colby Covington's going to be facing Arman Tsarukyan.
RAF 11 in Milwaukee, July 18th. You don't want to miss this one. In one of the most anticipated matchups of the summer, it is Arman Tsarukyan and Colby Covington in the main event. Of course, we'll see Olympian Ben Askren make his celebrated return on the mat against Bilal Muhammad. Get your tickets now or watch live on Fox Nation. Arman Tsarukyan, a man of the people. I got a little bit nervous when I saw him go down to take his shoe off. That's a sign of retirement in wrestling. I thought, there's no way he's going to end it tonight in St. Louis. My heart skipped a beat or two, but again, he
threw that dirty shoe into the crowd, and they loved it.
Was this?
They were fighting over that dirty shoe.
That is pretty
now he's got to
cool.
find Arman after this event, have Arman sign that shoe, take a picture. It'll be a night that young fan will never forget.
I guarantee Arman Tsarukyan will not retire unless he loses.
Maybe that's a guy that's going to be next gen. First next gen event will be in Milwaukee on that Sunday, July 19th. RAF does a spectacular job bringing the fans, the young fans, in front of the superstars of real American freestyle. It makes a big difference. One main event down, one more main event to close this night in St. Louis. Dillon Danis may have lost his RAF debut to Colby Covington by tech fall, but the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt is always a very dangerous opponent. He'll step onto the mat tonight facing one of the greatest challenges of his career in former UFC middleweight champion, the Wolf, Khamzat Chimaev. Fireworks are expected in St. Louis.
Wrestling is my background. I like this sport. I watch a lot of Olympic Games all the time. I like to compete when I come with my friends, my teammates, you know. There's good energy, like a family goes to the war, you know. So that's why it would be fun, I would hope like Arman don't do some crazy things there and with headbutts. It would be good to beat this guy, then go to the next one. So hopefully we get the Colby. I'll just smash them both. The last couple of months, it's growing so fast now. It's everywhere. Wherever I go, people speak about RAF. Wherever I go in RAF or whatever I do, I want to be the best. That's why I want to become a champion in the RAF too. I need the belt there as well.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for your final main event of the evening. Please welcome Dillon Danis.
Dillon Danis, 32 years old, making his second appearance on the RAF stage. It's at a catchweight of 205 pounds.
I'm coming, rock.
The time has come. His signing was announced on April 18th. Recently turned 32 years old. Born in the Czech Republic in Russia. The former UFC middleweight champion. The Wolf. Khamzat Chimaev.
Your main event is scheduled for 3 periods in the Real American Freestyle Catchweight division. Introducing first, wrestling out of the red corner from Parsippany, New Jersey, weighing in at 205 pounds, a 15-time Jiu-Jitsu World Champion and MMA World Champion, Dillon Danis. And his opponent, wrestling out of the blue corner and from the United Arab Emirates, weighing in at 203.4 pounds, a 2-time Swedish national champion, a former UFC middleweight champion, Khamzat Chimaev.
event is brought to you by Spartans.com, the official online gaming partner of Real American Freestyle. Scan now or go to Spartans.com to play. All right, Kurt. All right, Shale. It is time. Chimaev on an RAF match.
Yes.
I am so proud right now to be part of this. That walkout was awesome. That was unbelievable with that pyro.
I have never seen a presentation like that before.
Two-time Swedish champion out of Chimaev. I will remind you, he was third in the
three-time Swedish
and
national
third
champ.
in the Russian Nationals. That was junior division, one of the most respected tournaments so in wrestling. He was third, trained with the guys from Dagestan before going and representing Sweden.
Looking for that 2-on-1.
Chimaev is definitely a world-class wrestler. To do that in Russia,
captures that left leg and dumps Danis down to the mats. This is big trouble for Dillon Danis.
He can jump.
Trouble.
He can flip to the far side. Pick him.
He might get a fall here. That is a fall for the Wolf. Chimaev in his RAF debut. The first period stick.
I have never seen a fall from a fireman's carry. Never in my life. Oh, God. There we go.
It is mayhem in St. Louis. We saw a kick from Danis. Chimaev wasn't going to have it as he kicked him back. And just like that, about 150 people on the RAF stage. I saw Danis kick Chimaev, and then Chimaev kicked him back.
Danis started it.
Things are continuing as we try to calm the temperature.
Guys, this is something we could do without. With bad sportsmanship, this is not a good reflection on wrestling.
No, we didn't need
and
this.
What has been a phenomenal night. It has been a fantastic night. I don't want to let this take away from what a night it has been. And here's what happened. Here's Chimaev. He gets that leg, dumps down Danis, grabs the elbow,
hindsight,
tips him up, and pins him.
Danis should have bailed here. He didn't. Referee actually does a good job looking in.
But he kept that arm chill. It would have been tough to bail.
That's right. So Danis exposes here. Referee calls it a fall. All right. Yeah, I guess he kicked him. I guess.
I mean, this thing went from 0 to 100 in seconds.
I think the reason was Danis wouldn't let go of Chimaev. He was hanging on to his leg, and Chimaev wanted to get off of him.
All right.
And he kicked him, and then Danis kicked him back. So it was kind of both of their fault.
I don't disagree, Kurt. I don't know where all these other knuckleheads came from, though. I don't know where the other 100% tough guys that wanted to jump in there came from. We could have done
James
without
Sparks,
that.
Kurt Angle, and Shale's son. And as I mentioned before, it's been a fantastic night. I agree with you, Kurt. Not a great reflection.
Not a good reflection, no. This is not something that RAF does not want to deal with.
Well, they don't deserve it. I mean, not for nothing. I put myself in this, but I would like to be up there right now interviewing Chimaev. I would like to know his thoughts on Tsarukyan versus Colby next month, his thoughts on the return of Askren, his thoughts on Bo Nickel, who's, by the way, waiting to welcome him here. We're not going to do any of that now. We're going to just clear the stage, fade the black, and roll the credits. We did not need that, Sparks, and I blame you. Sparks, what was it that you did to prevent that? What did you do to stop those actions?
You could have ran out on the mat.
Let's get the official decision from McKenzie.
Here is your winner by fall, Khamzat Chimaev.
Hey, and how about this referee? This referee over here picked Chimaev up and walked him around. And Chimaev showed respect. If you'll remember, when Tsarukyan started that brawl, he also showed respect to our official. And for that, I do have to give him a little bit of credit.
Yeah, he didn't fight him back.
No, you don't fight the official, ever.
Right, yes.
Match of the night, Keegan O'Toole and Bekzad Abdurakhmanov. Abdurakhmanov got out to a quick start. He was leading Keegan O'Toole 6-0. But the Missouri national champion scored 10 unanswered as he rallied for the 10-6 decision, our Real American Freestyle 10 match of the night. Keegan O'Toole Until now 1-1 in Real American Freestyle. And just found a way, he persevered and was able to withstand that early charge from Olympic bronze medalist Bekzad Abdurakhmanov.
I agree with that, guys. That was the match of the night. What an exchange. I mean, two studs, right? You've got the former medalist with the future. Keegan O'Toole represents the future. The next decade of American wrestling could be in that young man's hands.
I've been a fan of Keegan O'Toole for a while now. That was his best match yet.
Yes.
He had an incredible match tonight.
Overall thoughts on a great evening in St. Louis at RAF 10.
The evening was incredible. I loved every match. I just hated the ending. That's it.
Bad guy?
Yeah, I'd really like to hear from them, by the way. I thought that Chimaev earned. You know, you earn that moment in the spotlight.
And he's
you
a superstar.
To hear those
and
people
the crowd,
clap for you.
They want to hear from the superstar.
Yes, we did not need that.
Especially
now,
the main event. It was the main event tonight.
I will tell you, though, great all-time live gate right here tonight. Bigger revenue. Sebastian Rivera in the house. How about that?
Great win.
Not bad for a 125-pounder, huh, Sparks?
Haji
Weren't you
Aliyev
calling
tonight.
this guy little? Weren't you calling him littler? Oh, we'll deal with this later. No, I got Nordy in our ear. All right, wrap it up. Wrap it up.
Fantastic nights here on Fox Nation. On July 11th, RAF makes its international debut in Tbilisi, Georgia, with one of the most decorated cards in wrestling history, featuring 8 Olympic gold medalists, more than 20 world medals, and athletes from 10 countries. Divalishvili versus Cejudo, Snyder and Aliyev. It is a fantastic card. Some great matches. You do not want to miss it. Scan the QR code now for ticket information. RAF Georgia as Real American Freestyle going global.
Do you have any idea what that pyro costs? Do you know? I mean, but really think of this. Fox Nation, think of our production team. Think of Real American Free. Think of where we are at, guys. We are in a sold-out arena about to go to Tbilisi, Georgia. All in 12 months.
We're roaming the whole world.
For Chael Sonnen, Juliana Pena, Kurt Angle, and our producer John Norton, our entire Real American Freestyle production crew, I'm Shane Sparks saying good night from St. Louis.